Join our game.
Alright, roll. Good to...
Men and women, we're taking the Taurus today.
Let's do this. Wait, what are we doing now?
Descending into the deep dark pits of the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So you guys traveled to Asasazi, remember? You got Captain Sargetta to pilot your folding boat over there. You guys are where
Yeah.
the aquatic elves have their village.
He's still on the boat, so hopefully we don't get back and like find out that he accidentally like folded it while people were still on it. Oh no! There's blood everywhere! What have I done?
Then all the Sakuin come in.
Yeah. He's competent though. He'll be fine, probably.
He's competent, and so are his sailors.
Yeah.
They may not be your level, but he's got 8 of them, and they at least
Hey,
know how to fight.
I'm never gonna complain about a group of sailors that managed to get us from point A to point B without a murder mystery happening on their boat. Or on our boat, as the case may be. So, they're fine in my book.
Hey, we still gotta make it back though. You never know, bro.
That's true, there could be one on the way back.
As long as they're competent, I will never complain. It does not do to complain about competency.
Anyway, we're at
Yeah,
the
you guys are
is
here.
so much worse.
we're at the bottom of the ocean right now.
Not at the bottom of the ocean, but you're getting pretty deep. The pressure's mounting.
Yeah, and we saw like a whole bunch of ships at the bottom all clustered there.
Yeah. Let me go bring up the description again.
We're immersing ourselves in the ocean and in the game.
So yeah, after dealing with that zombie shark, you guys descend to like 200 something feet below below the surface. And you find an insane tangle of broken ships. At least a dozen at the least lies in a jumbled heap near the bottom of the trench. The sodden wreckage is so thick that it's impossible to tell the true depth of the pit beneath the clogged mass of sunken vessels. A narrow alcove to the east overlooks the heap of wreckage.
So there is a narrow alcove that's available for us to continue on.
Yeah, but let's see. I gotta get you guys on another map.
Alright.
We just got to this map, though.
This was my favorite map.
Yeah. I'll miss you, the drowned eye.
And now the even more drowned eye.
You're within the drowned eye.
Oh,
Aw, dip.
I don't know if I like this as much.
This ain't no eye.
It's a tomb.
I shall
Yeah, go ahead and
lead
roll me
on the
a
bottom.
fortitude save, everybody.
Oh,
Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, did I already have you guys roll for pressure?
At the end of the last
Um,
session, yeah.
I just don't know how
I
often
used my-
we have to, though.
I used my improved
Yeah, I mean,
great fortitude as well. You
I
did
think
say that
told
there was
us
gonna be.
that we'd have to
we're gonna have
roll
to do it
many
again.
times. So I guess we're just asking.
Did
is this
anybody
the
fail it?
next time?
No, everyone made it. Like I said, I had to use my
Okay.
my improved great fortitude reroll to pass.
Then that's
it, but-
okay.
Yeah.
But what is going to happen, yeah, Freedom, you may, yes, take the lead going towards the eastern cavern, but since there's more ships, there's more you-know-whats, and they notice you.
All right.
I maybe don't notice them.
Okay.
do.
Oh, I
I
have
know what
heroism
that
on me.
means.
Neat.
Oh, good point. I need to open.
Yep, you guys see more Draugr swimming up from the all the like the corpses of the boats.
Guessing.
Yeah, I'm just placing them right now. And I gotta do this too.
That's funny. I just noticed my effect for my shield wand was incorrect. It would have how I had it set up was it was only going to work for 2 rounds rather than how it should be for 2 minutes. Which actually I guess is technically Caleb's shield wand, I think.
Alright, well they rolled
Yes. I think I
pretty.
gave it to you to use on me.
They rolled fairly low.
But yeah, don't feel like you have to, and you can use it on anyone.
I'm gonna say that you guys are within 5 feet of their. You guys are within 5 feet of their like plane, basically.
All right.
You
Gotcha.
guys
Okay.
are swimming low enough to the wreckage that you're kind of, you know, just straight swimming towards the east. And as Freedom was leading you guys, yeah, the Draugr started to pull themselves up from the carcass of the ships.
And our horses, our hippocampi, they ditch whenever these guys show
Yeah,
up.
as long as you guys are okay with that. If you want to use your hippocampi in battle, you let me know. But unless you want to, they're gonna exclude themselves from this combat because they try to avoid it.
Gotcha.
Remember, you lose duration of it if you put it in combat, which is why
Yeah.
we.
Yeah, the hours becomes rounds.
Yeah. I'm cool with them fleeing.
But you could always just
Okay,
be a
well,
manta
Barry's
ray.
up first.
Take it into
Yeah,
battle.
you guys could be a manta ray. Freedom, why don't you be a manta ray? It's cool as hell.
Can I use my sword and shield as a manta
Yes,
ray?
you can.
How funny.
You can still
Be
use your
specific.
hand.
Uh,
That's why it's cool.
why is
think
nobody
I'm
wearing that? I
going
still don't
to-
understand.
Because
we all
no
have
one
different
wants
cloaks.
to use their
Fucking hell.
resistance
I can't-
cloaks. They're all scared.
Well, I can't use it because the problem with it is it doesn't. I can't cast spells with it, so it's kind of.
That's true.
It's kind of bad if you're a spellcaster, but if you're a
Should
Pluto
I
melee
has a
take
player,
that
legitimate
instead of
excuse.
this cloak of elven kind is what I'm wearing now? Maybe I will
Yeah,
take it
and
after this combat.
yeah, I would be happy to give it to you. It's just sitting in my inventory right now. I don't
Happy
give
to
it
get rid
anything.
of it! Nobody likes manta ray! Actually, that's something I wanted to
I'm
do when I
going
went on a
to
cruise.
channel.
Swim with a manta ray.
On it.
That sounds fun.
let's see.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
I
it?
just see a cast right. Here we go. He's gonna channel energy that damage them.
Hell yeah. Are you close enough, though?
Okay.
To get a lot
Yep.
of them?
Yep, all of them.
Oh.
Naturally, they all made their save.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's alright, half damage.
It's a low
You'll,
DC. Yeah, you still do have
you'll have to,
damage. Go ahead and
you'll have to
roll it.
reselect them to
That
do
is
it,
a
though.
low DC.
Do you?
I think
Is
so.
your
It
DC
I'm pretty
deselected
sure you just
everything.
roll the damage.
No, I don't know. Try it then.
If you just roll the damage, it'll automatically do half if you have it set up for
Yeah.
half.
It only deselects if there's
If they succeed at the save.
Right. Like if one saved and one didn't, then it'll do the deselect.
It didn't work.
Or it deselected all of them,
Yeah,
apparently.
let me.
Okay.
That's a really low roll too. Dang.
Yeah, so they all take 4 points.
They'll take 4. That's rough.
Yeah, but still, that's 20 damage. It's not bad.
Actually, Barry's DC should be 15 because you have a +2 charisma modifier.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, 13's a little really low.
So number 1 does take full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have set it up wrong when I made the will save.
Of course.
It's okay. I'm just
I can't
gonna
open your character sheet, but make
give
sure
him
your
damage.
caster level in your cleric section is set, and then yeah, make sure the attribute is set as
Okay, you damage them. They begin to sizzle in the water, almost like they're boiling in it.
There we go. Now I have it set for.
holy water.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's his turn.
Okay. Leon.
Should we just
Alright.
channel war them
So-
out of here?
Would you say that this is like less than 7 minutes since we fought the zombie shark?
Sure.
Okay, so that means I'll still have a swim speed from a touch of the sea. I'm gonna hold my turn until these guys start moving a little bit closer, and that way, Barry, you actually still have a move action if you wanted to. Did you want to do that? Like I'd probably tell
alright,
you, like
fine.
you know,
I moved.
I think he did move.
I was standing. I was next to you, and then I moved up to get all of them in range.
oh, I see, I see. Okay. Um, yeah. All right. I guess I'll move up because I don't want Barry to take all the to tank all the damage. So I'll move up a little bit. Let's see, Freedom's over there. Caleb's there. Yeah, it's a tough spot. So
No,
I'll
you're fine
just
where
have
you
to-
are. Don't move up. I got it. I got it. I got you, boo.
all right. All right, then I'll just wait until they start moving up, and I'll let you know when I take my turn. That way I can start providing flanks and such. All right, that's what I'll do. I'll just delay.
Okay. Freedom.
I uh I'm gonna move here. And
Okay, you will have to swim. Swim. You don't have to roll a check, but you are swimming right now.
Does he have firm
Um,
footing, or is he in?
No, you guys have
No,
no firm
it's
footing.
fine. It's fine. I have the ring of swimming, so even with a check, like, you know, I have some magic assistance, you know, but yeah. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna plant myself, between my allies and them, and then I know that this costs me 2 lay on hands, but I'm gonna go ahead and channel as well.
Alright. Yeah, use it against the clumped up, undead dudes.
Yeah.
Smart.
Uh, 3d6. Did I make the save? Is the save still 16? Oh no, it's 4d6 and it's DC 17.
And I didn't have the half on a
Yeah, because
success
yours based off
keyed
charisma as
into
well.
mine, so it will work.
So,
Okay.
here, I'll force that.
Hey, there we go. About half
And
of them
then
failed.
I need to add another damage die to that. No, that was to heal. Whoops, it was supposed to be the damage. There we go. Okay.
Nice.
Didn't do the half to the two that passed, did it? Just deselected them. And just didn't do it. So 1 and 2 take half of that for 6.
Did it not handle this stuff right? Okay, it might be a configuration thing. Let me check it all.
Yeah, I mean, it did everything else. It did the full damage there and everything. So I don't know. I've seen it do what you're talking about though, like where it does do the half sometimes, but yeah.
Well, the ones that took full damage, so that's good. I just need to apply
Yeah,
half to the other ones.
1 and 2. Yeah.
Pretty
Is it
good
part of the
double whammy
casting?
AoE there.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, so on the cast line, if you edit that, the spell ability use, at the bottom it says on save damage, and there's a box in there, and
Alright.
you turn on half on success, and then it'll do it.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
I just found that.
Yes, that is my turn. Did you make the adjustments? Did we?
I did.
Yeah,
Adjusted
yeah,
their
I
health.
Okay.
Oh,
I am going to delay until after Draugr 4.
Okay.
So just for one, just for his turn.
This guy's gonna charge freedom. You can swim on over.
Channel CCs are the caster level half, right? Yeah. I think so.
But for you as a paladin, I believe your channel level counts as like a cleric, so it might actually be higher, or correct as is.
Oh.
I believe DC is just half your paladin level, yeah,
Yeah.
plus the charisma modifier.
Oh, these Draugr, by the way, unlike the ones you fought before, they have their weapons. They're all carrying great axes.
Oh
nice.
no!
Oh
Yeah,
no.
right.
Give me a fortitude save, freedom. The foulness that accompanies their blows attempts to
No problem.
incapacitate you, but no, you save. You don't feel nauseous. Okay, Amon, this is where you're delaying.
Yep. I pull out of my handy haversack a wand of lightning bolt, and I'm gonna
Alright,
hit
good choice.
3 of these things with
Yay.
a lightning bolt, or at least try to here.
Tic-tac-toe.
So... Okay, 1 failed. Do I have this set up to like actually
and we
do
all
what...
get shocked in the process.
Like,
Luckily, salt water doesn't conduct electricity as well as regular water does.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well,
but
looks
I
like
don't
it's actually
think
gonna...
magic works that way anyways. It's kind of like you can't use
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
fireball
work
and
that
burn a
way.
house down.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at that! It didn't matter that they
Nice
made
one,
their
Amon.
saves. Screw you guys.
I know.
Nice.
I was just joking.
Pretty good lightning
Right.
bolt. I think it only worked because you guys the channels lowered them enough. But yeah. But all right, cool.
They said
That's
you
my
knocked
turn.
them down.
That's why I delayed for one turn. I was like, I can hit 3 of them because I kind of figured the Draugr was just gonna run right in the line there for me. Cool. All right.
You guys a genius, so you probably would have done that.
Alright, this guy.
He did the Sherlock Holmes
Was the
thing.
other Draugr like kind of fall and stuff like that?
Yeah.
This one is going to. Let's see. He technically has a straight path to Amon. But he will provoke from freedom
Yes.
as he goes a straight line towards Amon. He swims and charges.
Rude.
Oh, he's a fast one. Okay. That's
Yeah,
fine.
because they actually have swim speeds.
You might be able to drop him. He's
Yep.
already damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Saved
There
you
you
him on. He was gonna crit you, and you know it. You were gonna die.
Probably. Now it's just gonna be the other one's gonna do the same thing.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Oh, shit! I don't have
We'll see.
combat reflexes.
Oh, Caleb goes before him though, so I'll probably be okay.
I don't know. Is that a
Yeah, I just don't know what my
paladins
movement is underwater.
should take? No, probably not. Oh.
Alright, yeah, it's your turn, Caleb.
Oh, that's fair. If
So
you
I
don't
don't
have a swim speed,
swim
it's
speed, so it's pretty
it's
slow,
one
right?
quarter. It's 1/4 of your normal speed.
1 square.
So yeah, it's like 7.5. So yeah, basically 1 square.
It
But if you
rounds down to
double move,
5.
you can go. If you double
Two
move, you can go
square.
3.
Oh, 3. Oh.
If you double move, because it's 7.5, so it turns into 15 if you double move.
Matt.
I will go
But, yeah.
here, which is 10 feet. So I guess that's a double move.
Okay.
Yay! But my thinking here is if the thing wants to go at me or Amon,
Hey, at
it
least it'll be
probably
next
has
to
to
you.
provoke from freedom.
This one's gonna charge freedom.
Otherwise it'll, yeah, hit freedom, which is great by me. And I can still reach it next round if I had to.
Yeah, Freedom's got
It's gonna
our best
charge.
AC.
Yeah. Freedom
Most
be
likely
the
to-
tank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yay!
Barry.
Barry holds his turn. He thinks for you. I'm gonna take care of that one. He's saving resources.
Okay. Leon?
I reach for a cigarette, but I realize I'm underwater and just kind of look dejectedly around as the fight continues.
Yeah, that won't work underwater.
It'll
We
work
need
in
to get
life
you a
level, though.
vape.
One that works underwater.
Okay. So, I guess I'll just go to freedom.
Hmm. Well, can't 5-foot step.
No,
But you can
can't.
full round him. And he charged, so his AC is lower.
Yeah.
True.
He's the last one, isn't he? Yeah, I'll just do that. Ugh.
Oh no. But on a 2, nice.
You hit on a 2 with the other one, yeah. With your high BAB attack.
There you go.
Yay!
Bop.
Smack.
You defeat them.
Cool, cool, good you.
All right. And we didn't have to use, like, we just had to use a couple channels and a wand. But I have like a bunch
Yeah.
of these stupid wands.
I was gonna channel again, but then you guys took care of like all of them, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just let Freedom
Yeah.
take it out.
I guess I actually only have one. I only have one of these lightning bolt wands, so yeah. Whole person wands I have like a billion of, because we got a bunch of them from the cultists.
Yeah.
I just have like a bunch. A wand of alter
You get a
self
wand.
too.
You get a wand.
All right. Well, the waters are slightly more calm now, but no less foreboding and dangerous. What do you guys do as the bodies of the Draugr uh, they sink back into the dredge below them?
I'll just to be thorough, I'll use detect magic to make sure that none of the axes or anything that they're carrying was magic.
Does anything shiny catch my eye?
But if I don't detect any magic, I'm not going to bother with any of their gear.
I kind of look about the wreckage area, but if something's not like cool, then I don't know. Not interested.
Yeah. Same for me, because
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that we're under pressure right now, so I mean, I don't want to spend too long looking, but I will
Yep.
expend a cursory glance to look around, since I still do have a swim speed.
So yeah, neither
Under
Freedom
pressure.
nor
I did
Amon,
the same
you
thing
guys
actually.
you
I
guys
just
I
don't
was
didn't do it
thinking
on
see or find
revenge.
anything.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Motion to continue moving, I guess. Looks like there's a way over here.
I don't see anything either.
Nope.
And we still
Okay.
have daylight for now from Freedom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess we
Do I have,
gather our
like-
give me
people
that
here
manta ray
and
cloak.
proceed forward.
Do you want the cloak of elvenkind?
Oh
Anybody?
yeah. No, I actually have a cloak of elvenkind already, so like that's actually what I'm wearing too. Let me put it in the party sheet for you then.
It's not really helping me. So.
Inventory.
I think I don't have a. Let me see if I have a cloak. I might have a cloak, but if I don't, I'll take that elven kind one. Inventory.
I
There
guess
we go.
I'll hold on to the bladed scarf, even though we're probably
Yeah,
gonna sell
I'll
it.
take the cloak. I don't have a cloak, so
Might as well. It gives you free +5 to stealth in case you need to be sneaky.
yep. I'm kind of building
Yeah.
this character into a stealther too, just
Barry and
because
I
he's
can go
a
on stealth missions.
just because he's a halfling and gets so many freaking like they get a good bonus to it, even though it's not a class skill. And I have the shadow armor.
Okay, so you guys are going over here.
Uh-huh.
My stealth's actually pretty good too, because I also with the cloak I kind of a +13 to stealth. It's also a class
Yes.
skill though, because of my 1 vigilante level. So, and I have a couple ranks in it. Who has those 2 potions? Who wants those 2 potions of water breathing? Like,
I'll
does
grab
somebody
them.
use? Yeah, does somebody maybe even use one of them already? I don't even know. I can't remember.
We did, I believe. I think we consumed them for this trip.
Maybe those were the 2
That
that
way
we were going
Barry
to give
could
to
What
have
was
a
the
Barry,
Elven
slot
Clive?
for spells.
Elven
but he
kind
might have
do
just.
5, right? 5 bonus?
Yeah,
Or
it's a
4?
+5 competence bonus to stealth.
All right, I
So yeah,
swim
we just
like a manta ray.
put that in
Whee!
You
miscellaneous bonus.
swim. You guys swim. You guys swim into the narrow passageway.
Yeah. I also have a swim speed, but mine's because I have slipstream cast on me, so I have a swim speed of 20.
And as you guys do, go ahead and roll me fortitude saves.
All right.
No. Oh, I rolled fine.
Is the
We're
water
fine.
evil, so I get a bonus?
Uh-oh.
Nope, the
The water.
pressure's having an adverse effect on you.
I feel like water is evil.
Evil.
You will now serve the forces of evil.
Freedom, do you have heroism keyed into your saves?
Huh?
It should be because it's an effect, right?
I don't have
Or at
heroism.
least
Uh,
I have heroism. It's on there on me as, and Caleb has it. It's on there as an effect. If you look on the combat tracker.
oh, and you
So
know what? I think I recall not giving Freedom heroism, like,
yeah, you gave
because
it to
they
me
have
and
decent
Caleb.
saves already.
Alright, well, yeah, so it's been about a minute since the first time you guys made this save before. And Caleb, you're feeling pretty uncomfortable down here. The water pressure is pretty big. You're gonna take 5 points of damage from the water pressure.
Oof.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah, but still, that could be more. And if it's every minute, oh boy, we're gonna have to
Oh
go
yeah, it's
rounds here.
rough. It's rough, but you know,
It's just an enter rounds from here on out.
Yeah, it's
we're gonna
better
be
than
like,
when Matt was talking about like ability score damage. That would
Yeah.
be unfortunate.
if it was 5 strength damage or something like that, I'd be like, oh god, we're leaving, and we're gonna be like,
Yeah,
we'll
if
go
it's
back
five
to the
strength
village.
damage, I'd be
Hey,
leaving.
so I know we said we were gonna help you, but we changed our mind. We're not. See ya.
We'll come back when Barry gets access to the life bubble.
Yeah, we're not high enough level for this. We'll be back. This is
Alright,
like a
well,
CRPG where nothing will happen.
as you swim into this this other chamber, the walls of this underwater cave are etched with thousands of beautiful scintillating runes, creating a prismatic vista of multi-layered writing. They glow and pulse with a soft turquoise light, giving a soothing atmosphere to the chamber. There are dozens of deep water marine life here in the somewhat clear water, adding to the cave's mystery.
When you say soothing,
Hmm.
but this seems unnerving to me.
I ask Freedom, do you see anything with your abilities to see invisible creatures?
Uh, do I see any invisible creature?
You do not.
Nothing
I will
invisible.
detect chaos, and I'll cast detect chaos and see if I detect any chaotic auras in 60 feet or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
aim it around a couple
I'll
times.
use my normal senses, like a normie.
I'll tell Barry to stay close, and I'll tell everyone to stay close so that Barry's and mine magic circles versus evil can overlap everybody.
Yeah, to make sure that an Aboleth doesn't show up and mind control us.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why are you guys all getting in front of me? I swim in front.
No, don't go too
Well, we're
far. Oh yeah.
So, something does happen that you
Yeah,
guys all see.
we're in the T
Hooray!
formation. Let's go.
The T formation. Yes. This
T
is
for
a tactical
teamwork.
formation.
An
T for
elf
tactical.
appears.
Uh-oh. I don't like this. Not because I have anything against elves, but
It's not an Avalon. It's a banshee.
it's a banshee. An
I'd
aquatic
be like,
banshee.
all right, what campaign are we gonna be doing next?
Oh shit! I'm
Oh
making
shit!
that in Hero Lab. A banshee with the aquatic template.
Oh no.
I don't even think it does anything useful for a banshee considering
No.
corporeal ghosts, but
They
you
don't
know.
even
Well,
need it. They
also
can
also
already.
sound and water.
But does their
Their
scream
sound,
work underwater if they are aquatic?
their scream
Oh, it
turns into a
does.
sonic into a like a repercussion like shockwave.
Yeah.
What do her feet look like? Is what I'm mostly curious about here.
All right, this aquatic elf.
Oh, that's an aquatic elf. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
an
know aquatic
aquatic
elves
elven
have
woman
webbed hands.
appears within this part of the cave. I mean, some of them
Yeah, they
do.
do. They have webbed
Oh,
hands and feet. That's why they have a
undines
swim speed.
do. So what's the difference between an aquatic elf and an undine then?
And she says to you in a objectively, well, I guess not objectively. It is a calm voice. She says, "Do not be afraid."
We're not. Trust me.
Freedom's like, I'm never afraid. I'm a paladin.
Hmm.
I'm also like this glowing beacon right now.
Yeah, you have daylight going right now, and we're all just like huddled around. I
Usually I'm the one who
I
makes
ask
everyone else afraid.
who are you?
She answers you, and she says, "I do not remember my name. I only know that I am a spirit now, a spirit of a woman who tried to purge this eye of its evil necromantic aura."
Oh no, she might actually be a banshee.
Uh
um,
oh. Is she incorporeal then?
you said you tried, so
She kind of blends in with the water, sort of, but she doesn't look incorporeal.
Oh.
what
Actually, from
happened
my
then?
yeah.
If you tried and that implies that you weren't successful.
I was slain by the undead who dwell here, but my spirit lingers on. It has infused this cavern.
Where is it now?
Well, we're here to get rid of this necromantic aura as well, so perhaps we can finish your work for you.
She says, "If you wish to help and put my spirit to rest, I need a living member of my people, a powerful druid, to perform a ritual of cleansing."
Yeah, we don't have one of those. I guess the seer is a druid, right? What her name was? She was a druid.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we know such a person, but she's very sick right now.
If you excuse me, I will address her in Elven. Uh, is that what she's speaking in right now?
No, she's not speaking Elven.
Well
Or
then I
actually, hold
will.
on.
If she is speaking Elven,
Okay,
I
no,
actually
yeah, she
cannot.
is speaking Elven.
No, well, I can't actually communicate with
I'm
her then.
translating. For once,
I don't actually
Caleb's
speak Elven.
useful.
He's like, I speak Elven. I learned it from my
Yeah.
mom. I don't know how to read
I'm
it,
sure
but
I'm sure other people speak Elven, but Caleb
Nope.
feels useful, so he
Don't speak Elven.
insists on translating.
I think
I guess
well,
it's just
Leon
me,
speaks
Caleb.
it too. Yeah.
I'll ask her at this point. Like, did you have someone in mind you wanted us to find, or otherwise, as my friend was saying to me in common, that we do know someone who may be powerful enough to perform such a spell, but it would be hard to bring her here because she's so old and sickly.
The
Experienced, I mean.
spirit woman insists, you must bring her here, no matter the cost. The evil must be purged.
If you mind me asking, Mademoiselle R, what if we simply just kill said evil? We understand that this is an aboleth. If we end their life, that should put a stop to the evil necromancy, no?
The evil is the necromantic energies that persist, that animate these terrifying undead.
Oui, but it is my
Where
understanding
is the
that it is
aboleth?
some. I'll relay that to the elf.
She shakes her head and she says, every moment we waste, the energies grow in power. You must bring her here.
Maybe there isn't an
Oh,
aboleth
yeah.
here, just energy?
I want to sense her motive. Like, do I think she's
Go
being
ahead, roll sense
honest
motive.
about this?
Like, if there was an aboleth, we'd either be, like, dead now, or she is it and she's toying with us.
She might be. I was actually thinking the same thing. I was trying to
Yeah.
see if I had any way to like figure out if there was an illusion going on here, but I
I
don't
have
really have
sense
any.
motive, I can try
The
that.
the only I'll try sense motive as well. I'm actually pretty good at sense motive. Because I've like, yeah, I'm sensitive that this might be like, I know that a lot of aboleths tend to like using illusions, so
Uh.
I feel like that could be what's going on here.
Yeah,
But I'm
Caleb,
still
you can think
curious.
what you want, and Freedom, you can think what you want too, but Amon,
Uh-huh.
you are a little skeptical.
Because I'm actually curious about still though, like why, like if she is just the aboleth, like an agent or an illusion or something of the aboleth, like why does the aboleth need the druid, like the leader down
Well,
here? I
maybe
guess it could just
she's
be as simple as
hoping
to
we're bringing
destabilize it.
that specific one down, and maybe they have a score to settle.
Right, but I'm wondering if there's a reason like beyond just like wanting to destabilize. Like I don't know. I'm curious about like what the aboleth's trying to do here.
Take her soul.
Maybe it doesn't matter. Like it could just be like they're
Tie
like
her
they're
up and let's
mwahaha
ask
evil.
her questions. Haha. Pin the illusion. Yeah.
But I'll
It might be incorporeal, but
Can I detect chaos on her? Like, I don't
Sure,
know,
you
she
can
might
detect
freak
chaos.
out, but I want to do it.
I'm going to
Or
use
no, I'm doing the thing. No, I'm not casting a spell. I'm doing the thing where I detect if a single entity is chaotic.
Correct. Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
use an activation
you
of tribal
attempt to,
cooperation.
Caleb, and you don't detect anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna use an
Matt, the
activation of
GM,
tribal
giving us a hint.
cooperation so that we can for 6 rounds we can communicate telepathically. So I'm gonna give everyone bonded mind. And I'm going to let everyone know that like what I'm sensing. Like I don't think that this is actually like there's something up.
I
She's
had the
either
same
not
feeling.
she's either not really like she's definitely trying to mislead us in some way, and she might not actually be. She's either she's either an agent of that aboleth, or perhaps she's not even there at all. She could be some sort of illusion that the aboleth has weaved. Be on your
I say
guard.
that I think she's not real. That's just from intuition.
real or not, she seems undead and needs to be laid to rest.
That's also possible, but
If she is there, not even there, she could be an illusion. I think we need to
right.
figure out the
That's
true
my
location of
suspicion.
this aboleth. can perhaps yours and Caleb's ability to detect both evil and chaos, it might be able to penetrate an
Well,
illusion.
Freedom has see invisibility too, so if the aboleth is hiding nearby, hopefully Freedom will see. So Freedom, you don't see an aboleth hiding in the area.
I already asked, and he said no, but...
Yeah.
Nope, you
So
don't see anything
yeah.
invisible.
You don't see an aboleth.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell this elf lady. I'm gonna swim on up a little closer and say, "Look, what you're saying here doesn't make any sense. We need to check this place out and figure out what's going on. So you need to get out of our way and let us figure out what's going on here. And I'll roll an intimidate check to intimidate this creature. And then I know that if they aren't intimidated, they're obviously an illusion.
Give me a will save, Caleb.
A will
Uh-oh.
save. More like won't
More
save.
like won't save. Even with heroism,
Please tell me he thinks
only a
it's
16.
real. I love it when people believe in illusions. It's good fun. But guys, it's really here! No, it's not. But it is!
Yeah. It does have a thing where with illusions, if you can like show them indisputable proof that it's fake, then they automatically
that's
will
what I'm
just
saying.
believe it at that point.
If I try and intimidate someone and they're not intimidated, it must be an illusion. It can't be real.
No, they could be a
that's not
vigilante where they have the
immune
plus,
to
where they have a
fear.
plus 20 to their DC, or they could be immune to fear. Yeah, that could be it too. There's any number of
True.
reasons why it
Which
couldn't
a
work,
lot of
but yeah,
things are immune to fear.
But
Ghosts are
flawed
immune
Caleb
to fear.
logic.
that's
Okay.
fair. Flawed Caleb logic, yeah.
Farmer logic. This is why you read books. You'll have better logic.
She's not intimidated by you, and in fact, like, as you get closer, she kind of, like, rebukes you, like, pushing her hand through the water, and you feel, like, the force, like, travel
Oh my
through
god,
the
she used
water
the
upon
force.
you. It doesn't, like, throw you back or anything, but you can feel her, yeah, like, pushing you back and wanting to keep you at bay, and she gives you, like, a stern gaze and, addresses the group when she says, Asasazi will die because of your indecisiveness.
No, it is because of our decisiveness that they shall live. And I'll also move forward. And I'll say out, in common, like, come out and quit hiding, you coward. We know you're here, and we will find you eventually, and we will pry you out from like this nasty barnacle you are. And I motion to everybody to start like kind of moving around, like forward
Yeah, I'm like
towards
staying
her.
near you.
Yeah.
Alright, why don't you guys roll me initiatives then?
Yeah,
Alright.
no.
It seems
Alright.
like we're going into rounds here.
I'm sitting here envisioning how like tribal cooperation and talking with Amon works. Like we come up to these villains. The villains are like blah 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 blah, and then we're all like this group just standing there, not saying anything for a while, But we're like
Yeah.
looking at each other.
I'm gonna put tribal cooperation on to our party, but I'm gonna put it at like less rounds. Like I'm gonna put it like
Oh.
3 rounds and say like we use part of the duration already because I put it on before the combat started. But I imagine it's probably like still ticking. Is that fine, Matt?
That's okay. I'm not too picky about it.
So I put it on so we have 3 rounds instead of the normal 6-round duration since yeah. I put it on before the combat began. Might have to reapply it if it depending on how long it takes, but yeah. I still have 2 more uses of it, so if I need to, that's not a big deal, but
So, Does it take a well, I guess I would have came out of the manta ray when we started having a conversation. Maybe. Because I'm sitting here reading the manta ray cloak, and I straight up turn into a manta ray, so I can't use my weapons with it active and have a swim speed, per its rules.
No, you
However,
can.
I do.
It
No, you
says
don't.
it.
You get a raise tail spine attack is what you get
Yeah,
when
but
you're
read
in
the
it.
read the actual cloak. It says you can pull your arms out
Where does it say that?
on the cloak. Like that's one of the things that is different than like normally B shape. It works like B shape, but you as a side thing, it says that you can pull your arms out.
Oh. Hmm.
Okay, that's everybody.
Leon, no, it's an action to do that. I can't. And
Well, just a
also
suggestion, just in
casting
case.
spells, right? I mean, I don't think we need to, but also
Okie
like
dokie then.
Freedom doesn't just cast detect evil in front of people because it is a cast and people can see you casting, and it's kind of rude to just cast spells to detect people's alignments and stuff. So that's kind of
That's
why I don't
fair.
do that.
You gotta stay with proper protocol when you're a mile under
I'm
the sea
polite.
dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're not savages.
Not savages. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Matt. Yeah.
Alright, no problem. Alright, good luck, everybody. Yeah, the elven spirit is still pretty upset at Caleb, so she starts casting a spell.
Ooh, I can spellcraft. Oh, God.
Okay, let's see. Leon, you know what spell she's casting.
Okay.
You know she's casting a very powerful enchantment spell. It's
Uh-oh.
a
Okay.
mind. It's a mind. What was it? It's compulsion and mind affecting. So if that
Okay.
Okay.
makes any difference, Caleb, roll me a will save, because she's casting Dominate Monster
He is
Uh,
immune because he is
Yay!
guarded by magic
Oh,
on
circle
Caleb.
no.
against evil.
well, if she's not evil, then it might work.
I don't know. I probably fail.
You hold on. You have a what now?
He has
He
protection
is
from
guarded by
evil.
magic circle.
He's in two different magic circles right now because
Okay.
both Barry and Leon have magic circle against evil up right now.
Yeah, I don't have an effect on for me for that. Does that like increase my resistance bonus?
It does do that, but it
Well,
also
But it also has a line that
has
says you can't be controlled by
hmm
something.
you're protected from
yeah,
mind
it
from
does
like
protect
mind
you
control
against.
effects basically.
What wasn't
Yeah.
that the one where like if you leave the circle and re-go back into it, it doesn't work or something?
No, protection magic circle is evil does not work that way. You can leave and re-enter as many times as you
Okay.
want.
There's another one I was thinking of that
Invisibility,
did that.
yeah, like invisibility spheres like that. If you leave an invisibility sphere and then try to come back into it, you don't go re-invisible.
Okay, so yeah, in that case, you don't need to roll a will save because your protection spells protect you against it.
Came prepared.
Mhm.
Mon, it's your turn.
And I relay to Amon what I saw.
Okay.
I guess to everybody via tribal
Um.
cooperation.
Um. So yeah, I feel like this is probably like a disguise spell of some sort. Um. I'm going to use. I have a swim speed because of slipstream, so I'm going to use a move action to pull out a wand. Um. I don't have an effect for this, but I'm going to pull out a wand of Altar's Self, and since I've tribal bond going, I'm gonna cast Alter Self on Caleb. Use 1 charge of that, and I'm gonna use it to make Caleb into a merfolk.
Oh
Cool.
my god. I'm a beautiful mermaid!
So you turn
Man.
into a
No,
merfolk version of.
yeah.
I could turn you into a. I could also turn you into a sea elf. I guess that might work too. But either way, I turn you into something as a swim speed. I'm gonna say just a
I
merfolk
like
because
being
that's
a
easy.
mermaid. That
Um.
sounds
That's
awesome.
cool.
So you don't get the full 60 swim speed like a merfolk will get. You only get 30 because Alter Self, the way Alter Self works. But you also, I don't know if you have a. How does Alter Self work? Does it give a? You get a +2 size bonus to your strength. I can try to make an effect for this real fast, actually. But yeah, so you'll get your strength a
Cool.
little bit better too. And that'll be my turn. Take some move action to pull that out of the handy haversack. So I'm holding that and
Okay.
holding the trident in my other hand.
Before Barry's turn, then, you guys hear a voice. It's an angry voice, and it's somewhat familiar, but it does have some like travel speed through the water.
Just like
And the voice says, "Begone, outsiders!" And you see someone just emerge from the cave.
Ooh.
So down from the south,
Hey.
this guy is swimming towards you guys very angrily, claws bared.
That dude.
what? What's he doing here?
Yep, he wants you to be gone.
Could be another illusion.
Nah, I think he's actually here. He's been working for the Aboleth the whole time. Yeah.
Or
Hey, if he
is
gets
the
close to
Aboleth.
Barry.
Alright, so he gets to... Alright, yeah, that's fine.
I
Okay,
do warn
he is going
Wait,
Caleb
I
to
never
to.
rolled a new
swim
initiative.
and charge up
Oh,
to
good, it's
Barry.
worse.
And I also warn Caleb telepathically to not get too far away from Leon or Barry, though.
Okay.
Despite him having a swim speed now. Don't go too far.
You're like, the first thing he's gonna do is fly away.
He's gonna
Swim away.
like over to Elven Spirit out of range and then get dominated and be like, of course.
You don't want me to get dominated and fight the party
I guess I could
and
just
cause
give you
everyone
protection
to
from
get
evil
fear effects?
and be
Here's
like,
a
here you
claw.
go, fly
Yeah,
free.
it's fine.
Alright, Barry, he slashes at you with one of his claws, and it hurts a little bit.
Wait,
That
is he
is very
slashing
rude.
underwater?
He has
He's
the aquatic
aquatic.
subtype.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Wait,
penalties
I'm the
don't apply to
aquatic
him.
subtype.
Now
Natural
you
attacks. You
Natural
are,
attack.
but you.
Dang it.
Yeah, that only applies to natural attacks. If you have a natural attack and you're the aquatic subtype, you can ignore the
He has the tail
Okay.
normal
slap
restrictions.
feet.
But
It
that's
just
not all.
someday I'll be turned into a
Something
mermaid and I can
else
use the.
swims from the wall. It just goes
Oh.
right through it.
Wait, what? Oh.
That's not cool.
He's
I don't
sending
like
a
This
it.
thing's gonna
barrage of
swim
things at us.
It's a
over to Barry
spooky
too.
shark. Goodbye,
Gonna come
Barry.
take a chomp out of
Good
you.
idea. Get the healers first.
This is a serious encounter.
Yeah, this is like a
Yeah.
boss fight of this arc. But I think maybe we'll be okay. We'll see.
You haven't seen this thing roll yet, Pluto. I'm just saying. Hold your judgment.
Okay, it misses.
Oh, you know what?
Barry.
Hold up, I'm gonna reapply this feat to Caleb because I think or this.
Yeah, they
ability
come
to
swimming
Caleb.
out. They're attacking you. The tag team you, Barry. It's your turn.
I think my Wingardium Leviosa was wrong.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Honestly.
We
Fancy ground
swimming
is a
or are we
nightmare.
on like on a ground?
I think we're swimming.
Yeah, you guys are swimming.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't my movement slowed. Because I don't think my thing doesn't give me access to like ignore like swim speed if I'm actually swimming. Ignore the difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So let me see. He's gonna move back. He'll probably provoke, but
Okay. Yep. They're both gonna try and slap you.
You could take a
good.
withdraw
I'm
action.
gonna.
He
Can
wants
I
to
You can
use the
withdraw if you
heals.
want.
You can.
Yeah, actually, you can acrobatics underwater. Go
Alright,
ahead. I guess there's nothing to lose if you have the movement speed.
Yep.
Oh,
Alright.
rip.
Hella low. Whatever.
They're
I
gonna try
mean,
and do
either
that.
way.
Miss?
Alright,
Hey,
both,
it was.
Yay.
not enough.
See, you're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And he is going to. What do I want to do? He doesn't want to heal himself 'cause
Dismissal.
that's just a waste. Yeah, I wish.
I don't think dismissal is gonna work here. These are not
Yeah,
extra plane
no.
This
creatures.
shark
He's just-
swam through the wall. It cannot be of this
He's gonna-
world.
He's gonna buff
No,
up
the
his
wall's
defenses.
not
He's
real.
Love
Gonna
logic.
he's gonna cast Iron Skin on himself.
Iron
Good thing Caleb's
skin.
not a caster. He's not smart enough to be a caster.
Yep.
Alright,
That's
your
his
skin
turn.
becomes iron. Freedom, it's your turn.
Is that like a DR5 or something?
I hate to be like the party
No.
killer to my own
It just
self,
natural
but
armor.
this manta ray cloak also says that I'm turning into a beast shape per the form, which means that I'm losing my armor as well as
Yeah,
maybe
but, I
the
mean-
ability to
You are.
cast
There's a reason
spells.
That's
I wasn't
true,
using
too.
it.
Yeah.
There's a reason I wasn't using it.
So, as a standard action,
take it
I
off,
will
though.
shift out of the manta form, and
Can't you end it per like dismissing a spell rule? So is that
That's
like
what
a
I'm
move
doing
action?
right now, Zerdarian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a standard
and
action.
Then
You can do
I'm
a swift
going
action as a
to
fleeting spell.
Swift action, lay on hands, heal myself to gain my reward as well. So I'm gonna mark that.
Yeah, I know you guys lose your armor class, but you guys have to lose something to get all that mobility.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Just
I'll use the
cast-
mobility
I'll just
to
cast
get
Alter Person on you.
around, but in combat, I'm
I
not
wonder
gonna
if you take the
stay
if you're wearing that. I wonder if you take the pressure since you're technically a water.
I would think
Like
not.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
My fortitude.
Up to a
You
certain
you get an
point.
aquatic subtype. In fact, Caleb should be fine against it while he's a merman.
Mermaid.
He's more adapted to the water now.
Now
Yeah,
we
my
know
turn.
next time just to cast Alter
Yeah,
Self
that's
on
my
everything.
turn.
I mean, how long
that's
does
all I
Alter
can-
Self last?
minutes
Like a
per
minute or
level.
something.
So
Yeah,
and it's a
that's-
wand,
we'll
so it's only gonna
definitely do
last.
Yeah.
It's only gonna last 3 minutes.
I will 5-foot step up here to protect my party friendies.
And it's normally a personal range spell, so I can only put it on my allies because of tribal bond.
And
Yeah.
then I will study this Niran dude and then attack them.
Sure.
You can't. Can you use a extend rod on a wand cast spell?
No, I don't think so. That would be pretty cool though.
Yeah.
This is the Bhutan. I still hit on a 5. Okay. I do some damage to it.
You do some damage.
And because I power attacked, and I have
She
Where's
comes
the
out of the
skill?
depths to save our asses.
because I have Cornigan Smash, when you damage an opponent with a power attack, you may make an Intimidate check as a free action to demoralize. So is this thing demoralizable, or is it like undead mindless?
He doesn't
He's
seem to
just
be
a
undead.
sea elf.
I try and demoralize it.
Okay.
You might be able to just force that will save and
And
panic him.
I was gonna say, and if he fails, then he might become frightened.
You have to beat it by 10 or something though for that, right?
I think if I beat it by 10 for the Unchained Intimidate.
Yeah.
If it can be, it is a fear.
And it fails the save, yeah.
Okay, you beat it by 15.
Okay, but yeah, since I only have 5 ranks in it, or like less than 10 ranks, so he has to succeed at a DC. What's my level? 7? DC 17 will save, or become frightened for 1 round and shaken thereafter.
Do you want me to roll it or do you want to force it?
I can force it, I think.
I feel like you had this
I need to
configured
update my
earlier.
save. Yeah, I do. I need to fix the save because it's a manual setup. There we go. He
Nah.
nat 20s.
Okay. He's still shaken
But
though.
he's still shaken. I
For
succeed by
3
15, so I
rounds.
think it's 3 rounds.
Or 4 maybe? If it's exactly
It might
15,
be
it's
4.
4
I
rounds,
don't
I think.
know.
You beat it by 15, so it's 4 rounds.
Okay. Let me update that. And remove the old one. Cool. That's my turn. He has a
The
sad
funny thing
face
is that
icon.
he's
That's
both
cute.
shaken now and he is sickened
Stirred.
as he's
Oh.
also sick from the disease.
Oh yeah.
All right, Leon.
Yeah, my build actually turns on
I
now. It's pretty cool.
I don't have any ranks in it, but am I able to still roll sense motive to see if he is acting
Yeah,
of
you can
his
roll
own
sense
free
motive.
will? All right.
Oh, a
Nice.
natural 20. Leon, you don't think that Naren is acting in the best interests of his people. You think that something is forcing him to act this way?
Okay. My and Barry's magic circle are both, I think, encircling him. So I think what I'll
He's not an
actually
ally.
do. He's not an ally. Okay.
Nope.
Then I'll tell everyone else like he's being controlled by that creature, the aboleth. Freedom, Barry. I'm on. See if you can talk some sense into him. Caleb, try not to kill him. And I guess that's pretty much all I can do for my turn. I'll try to appeal to him in Elven, but I think that we didn't get off on the best foot, so I don't know how far that would get me.
Okay, well, are you gonna do anything else with your turn?
Well, I am going to. I look at the entrance to, where he swam out of. He and the
You see
shark both
solid
swam out
wall.
from the same. Okay. I'll tell the others, like, the creature, it could be hiding down there. If it created that thing as an
Yeah, like down
illusion,
here.
it could be further down there. We could. He could be an ally. Referring to the elf, Naren.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much what I tell everyone.
Okay, then I guess is that your turn? You're gonna be giving
That
up
is,
your move and standard.
yeah, because I don't want to move past them because I know that'll provoke, and I want to stay near everybody else so that my magic
Okay.
circle can still keep them safe. I'm just keeping an eye out for anything else that looks fishy, in a literal sense.
Yeah, there's lots of fishy things. All right. Well, the elven spirit. Now that you're saying such harmful things to this whole underwater operation, uh, she's gonna cast a spell at Leon.
All right.
Ooh, at Leon. What you do to her, man?
I spelled
He's
her
spouting untruths.
Can't handle the truth I'm dropping. I'm a truth bomb alchemist.
Alright, you know that she's casting magic missiles.
All right.
Nothing anybody can do about that. Unless you have shield on.
Yeah, I don't have shield prepared. No, I don't have it.
I have it
We do have a
prepared and
wand of
also have a
that.
wand of it. I probably shouldn't have prepared it because I have the wand actually, but whatever.
That's okay. Yep, I'll take those bullets.
Alright. Take 1, 2 magic missiles. It's like a little slap
Alright.
with just 2 of them.
Pap, pap.
And she says, to rid these sacred chambers of the outsider's filth, Naren, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Amon, it's your turn.
I still have the wand out, so I'm going to turn and also give it to Freedom. And I'm also going to turn Freedom into a merfolk. Actually, can I? Freedom, do you count as a
Freedom's a native outsider.
I guess it's fine. It doesn't matter because it can still I can still use it. So yeah.
I
As the
also
human
count
It
as
doesn't have-
human subtype.
It's not. Yeah, it's not in large person though. It doesn't have. For some reason, I was thinking. Anyway, yeah. So you get alter self for 3 minutes. So you now have a swim speed
So I
of 30,
come out of this
and
like
you get
manta ray form, and then I grow a tail.
and you get a +2 size strength bonus per alter self since I'm turning into a medium creature. So you're just a buffer version of yourself, but also a merfolk.
Size, strength bonus +2.
Yeah, I have it as a effect.
Oh, you have it on
Hopefully
me?
I did that
Okay.
right. I just put it as strength 2, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna stack with, or I don't think it'll conflict with anything.
That's fine.
You're not gonna get it.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna use my move action to put my wand away because I don't think I need to use the alter self wand anymore. And I think that's gonna be it for my turn. That was a standard and a move. I don't have anywhere particular I want a 5-foot step to, so
I make a beautiful merfolk.
that'll be my turn.
I mean, Araxi will be the judge of that.
She's like, no legs? I approve.
Yeah.
She might call you a poser.
She'd be like, you don't have the rich cultural experience of being a merfolk, though. You're just an imposter.
Oh god, you're gonna fucking judge me from the inside
You're
and
still-
out. Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, that was her whole thing.
Naren is
She
going
thought
to
the land
attack
people were primitive.
Caleb. He's gonna give you both claws. Ooh, I see an 18 in there. That's a hit. Take this.
Ooh.
And as he slashes at
Ouch.
Caleb, he nods obediently to the voice telling him what to do. Growling at you as he slashes. You bring nothing but misfortune at Caleb, because you're a dirty land half-elf. And this shark's
Okay.
gonna try and bite you. Alright. Here.
I'm doing
Touch
Freedom's job. It hurts.
Huh?
Oh, that was close.
Tanking. He's taking all the hits. It's
Oh, he's
Freedom's
our
job.
friend. You're fine.
Alright, Barry.
Do you want the real enemy to hurt you?
The
'Cause I can
shark
let
is
that guy
our
hit-
friend.
I mean, it's our friend's
Oh, yeah.
friend. Yeah. I think she hates druids because he's a druid too, isn't she? And she just told us to bring a druid down here.
Fish are friends, not food.
Has the shark taken
Yeah.
damage? I guess it doesn't matter.
No, it hasn't.
It
No
wouldn't
one's
heal
touched the shark.
anyways.
I wonder if one of us were druid,
It's
what she
more
would.
because I'm gonna channel.
It's quite a nice shark.
He's just gonna channel, and I only have 2 negates,
Why are you
so I'm gonna
channeling?
negate that ghost thing. the hill.
Oh, the heal.
'Cause
Oh,
I need a hill and Caleb needs a hill.
yeah. Caleb. Yeah.
Yep, and Leon and Freedom
Alright.
have a little bit of health missing too, so they could use it.
Yeah. Yep. Just give me a sec, and I will send that out. Here it goes.
Good roll.
And then he will move to there. And that's his turn.
Okay. Freedom. The freedom.
Alright. With my
You have a
lovely
swim speed now.
swim speed, I'm gonna 5-foot step. And you know what? I don't know what she is, but I'm gonna smite her. Wait, where'd that go?
Okay, give me a will save.
Oh no. What happened to my thing? Okay, will save. Is it compulsion?
Oh,
Wait,
Yes,
don't
I
tell me
need a
anything.
will save.
Don't tell me anything. Is this that's not a 1, that's a fucking 2. Is this compulsion?
It is not compulsion.
I think I know what it is.
Alright, well, looks like I, probably failed.
Probably.
Yeah, but you do know that your divine power doesn't seem to come to you.
Okay. Perhaps she's not evil. I will smack at her, and I think I know what's happening here, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, you do. You attack her.
Yeah, full round. Let's go. Let's go, lady.
It's
Ooh,
good.
I
Yeah, it's good roll.
I even didn't confirm a crit.
But you hit at least.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you do some damage.
Fun.
She doesn't look very hurt though.
Yeah. It's because I didn't smite her. It's fine. I got this elf lady taken care of. Don't worry about her. You guys take care of what's his face.
Caleb.
Yeah,
Don't
I
kill
know
him.
I was told not to kill this person, but I don't know.
Switch target.
I guess
I
I'll
just
attack
can't
the
help it.
shark.
I love killing.
Oh my god. Can't he fall? Can he lose his torrentness?
No.
I mean, you
unless I'm,
can.
like,
It is an order that
acting
has.
unlawful. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm attacking the shark. But then I can't full round unless I don't study. Okay,
The
I won't
shark
study.
is his companion. Just go fight Ghosty Lady. Help me see.
You could try and knock him
Is
out.
it?
You could deal non-lethal damage.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the
you can-
-4
No,
to
I'm
your
just gonna-
attack. It's -20% chance to hit him. It's like
I don't
attacking
know.
in
I
a
wasn't
fog
made
cloud.
for this.
Your choice,
Oh my
though.
God. Must you kill everything?
I mean, if I just leave them, they're
Consider
gonna
this,
attack
though,
like
Caleb.
Amon and Leon and
The Order of the
all
Torrent,
that.
one of their founding principles is to rescue people who have been abducted from their homes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and this is the companion of this dude.
I guess I'll deal non-lethal to this dude and pull around him.
Amon will
This'll be
tell
fine.
you as well, if you need it, you can take my merciful trident.
Hey.
Nah. I'll just take a -4 to hit.
Okay.
No, he will
I'm
not
hoping there's
hold
an
the
effect
trident.
here somewhere for
Always
it.
scythe. Always scythe.
There is one
Caleb's
for
gonna show us that a
non-lethal,
scythe can show mercy too.
but I think for doing the -4, you'll just have to put that in the modifiers.
It's just a
Like,
modifier.
just put
Yeah,
-4.
it's not an effect.
But there is an effect that makes it so your attacks are non-lethal.
True.
I do not know the Wingardium Leviosa for it,
Matt,
though.
figure it out. I'm gonna roll.
What? It's
For
just
what?
-4.
Yeah, just -4.
Yeah, I didn't put it in. Does a 30 hit?
A 30?
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
30 instead of 34.
Yes, a
'cause
30 hits.
Okay, and then I'm not targeting it with damage, so you can just apply it non-lethally.
Sure.
So 24 non-lethal damage.
non-lethal. Okay. That you hit him, and you hit him pretty good.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you probably like take the not the pointy end of the scythe, the other end, and you like
Opposite end.
hit him across
yeah.
the jaw.
Although that's not piercing, then underwater.
You do have a swim speed though, so who knows?
Eh.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way,
Alright, GM,
but
figure
yeah.
it out. Anyways.
For some reason, you
turn's
can do
over.
non-lethal damage despite doing piercing damage. Don't worry about it.
It's non-lethal. I'm piercing him in non-vital areas. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, that is exactly how it works. You do pierce like.
I'm not going for
I
the
mean,
head.
it still hurts, but
Or the
like you
heart.
pierce his forearm.
I think the reason why
Like you're
they
trying to
say
incapacitate
piercing,
him.
Like he can live with a pierced forearm.
it's how the weapon travels
I'm
through
sure
the
that's
water.
not going to sting in the salt water.
So as long as you're doing like a jabbing motion of it, like you should be fine.
Yeah, but you guys can all see that, and this guy feels because it's subdual that you're not intending to kill him.
Yep. That's my
There's some
turn.
reservation there. All right, cool.
Well,
Leon.
it took some persuading on that
Alright.
one, so don't let him be so convinced yet.
I mean,
No, he made
you
the
guys
conscious
been trying
choice.
to get me to do this
True,
for
he
so
did.
long. You finally got me to do it.
Caleb
Yeah.
made the conscious choice to do it.
Progress.
But this is also the first time we've had to
We're
fight
proud
like a
of-
friend.
Yeah.
The first thing that I'll do is thank Caleb for his mercy, and the second is I'll ask the GM, does Barry go right after me? Like, who goes first? Like, Barry or the ghost lady after me?
The ghost?
The what? Well, on the initiative, it's
Ghost.
the elfin spirit.
Well, I meant...
It's the elven spirit, and then Amon, and then Naren, and then the shark, then Barry.
Okay, darn, because I didn't want to move away from freedom, because I wanted to keep him in the magic circle.
Yeah.
So I'll just stay where I am, and am I able to look at the ghost from where I am and like determine if there's like a spell in effect there with a spellcraft, like to see if they are an illusion
Knowledge
or not?
Arcana.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Not high enough.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, shoot. All right. Well then, I will delay my turn until Barry moves over, and I'll ask him to, get closer to freedom, because I'm gonna provide a flank with Caleb.
You're gonna delay your
That'll-
turn? Okay.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright, Freedom, you're coming up on her. She's gonna cast another spell.
I attack!
All right.
You do, you attack.
I miss.
She tells you to cease this nonsense and lay down your arms. And Leon, she's casting a Ray of Enfeeblement.
Technically folks twice then. Although I don't think Freedom has combat reflexes, so.
Nope. And I don't get enough feats to be bringing that anyways.
Yeah. He made the save at least, so means you only take half the strength penalty.
Mm-hmm.
You'll take one.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
I'm on.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to cast Shield on Caleb. I'm just going to actually hard cast it and not use the wand in this case because I prepared these for some reason. And then for my move action, I don't know if I actually need to move anywhere. That's the problem. I might not actually use my move action. Yeah, I'm not gonna use my move action. I'm just gonna cast Shield onto Caleb to help him not die to Naren and the shark, and I'm gonna
Yay.
move back a hair. That'll be my turn.
Okie dokie. On his
Alright,
turn, yeah,
then
he's gonna.
No, no.
I'll,
Leon
I'll
wanted to go.
resume my
Oh, that's
turn.
right. Okay,
Alright,
then it's
so
Leon's turn.
I'll take a circuitous route. Well, actually, no, that's diagonal. So I will provoke from him unless he's already used all of his. I can't remember if he attacked
He hasn't used
Barry
any of
last
them.
turn. Okay, then I'll provoke from him by moving down to here.
You're gonna provoke? Okay. He will
Yeah,
try to attack you.
okay.
He will give you a slash of his claws.
Okay.
He will take some damage. But
Alright. And I will tell him, after I've pulled out my dagger, like, we are trying to save your village. Otherwise, we would have given in to our demands of bringing the order. Don't you care about your people? And I will, use the aid another action on him.
I don't think you can, technically.
Right. Well, I meant to give Caleb the benefit since I saw
yeah,
that he was
No,
doing
but I
you
mean,
non-lethal.
make a
Okay. I feel like you have to
make an
be
attack
adjacent, dude.
versus.
Yeah. Do I get flanking bonus for that?
Yes, you do.
Cool. All right.
I think he just has to be threatening. The same thing.
Oh, okay, maybe.
All right. Well, that is a successful aid.
Okay.
And I tell Barry, like, get closer to freedom. That's my turn.
Alright, on his turn, he's gonna keep attacking Caleb. Because you
All right.
hurt him. Those are two misses.
Yeah. Shield
That
spell
shield
didn't
bonus
work, I
coming in
think.
clutch. Yeah.
Yep.
The 23 definitely would
Shark's
have
gonna
hit.
attack Caleb. And it misses. Barry.
He's gonna move. I guess he'll move to there. And let's see. So he's gonna cast a spell on the shark. Actually, he's gonna cast it at the ghost. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. God damn.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm gonna grab something to drink while you're thinking about it.
Yeah, he sees the shark as being a slight problem. So he's gonna cast bone Bone Shaker on the shark.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just give me a sec to target it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll half.
It takes
Okay, it takes some damage.
and that's his turn.
Alright, Freedom.
Well, I don't give a shit about her feelings, and whether or not she's. Anyways, and I don't care about whether or not she can hurt me. I'm gonna straight up provoke from her and try to grapple her.
Okay, go ahead and she doesn't try to attack you back. Go ahead
You're gonna
and
take penalties if
grapple.
you're doing it while holding a weapon.
That's fine. Was it just 4?
Freedom can just sheath it as a move action and then grapple standard.
I suppose if you're gonna provoke anyway. Although
Well,
that could
sheathing is
potentially provoke twice. Sheathing
Let's
provokes.
move back. Yeah.
It's a move action that provokes.
Oh yeah. Well, either way, yeah. Because I need to like stop her from casting or convince myself that it's either a ghost or. Because like he couldn't
Yeah,
smite
if you don't
evil,
have-
so he's trying to convince himself that something's still up here.
Yeah, it's just a -4
Best way
if
to
you don't have
convince
both
yourself
hands
it's not a
free.
ghost is trying to grab
Okay,
it.
I'll just push
But I
that
think you need
button
at
there.
least one hand free.
Well, I have the
So I think you might have to-
shield.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and
I just dropped
make
the
it a
shield.
grapple.
Where is it on the fucking sheet? Oh, there it is. Oh, I
No.
miss.
Yeah, but go ahead and roll me another will save.
Okay.
Hey, that's a pretty good one.
Alright,
Did I fall through her?
Freedom,
Is that how I
although
missed?
you were sure that you had hurt the elven spirit like a moment ago, you start to realize that this is a masterfully crafted illusion, that even though the spells seem to be originating here, this body is not there. It's just a facade.
Yeah. Okay. Oof. He turns to look at the others. I think that's my turn, though.
Okay. Caleb.
Freedom has come to realization. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And we don't have the telepathic bond at the moment. I'll have to re-up that.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna non-lethal this dude, and I think I get a +2 aid bonus as well as the flank, right?
Yep, so
Okay.
no penalty
And you got
effectively.
sneak too.
And you get sneak attack, which
Okay, so yeah, I'll
you can
cancel.
do non-lethal sneak attack.
Yeah, it'll just be a -2 on the second attack if I need.
There was
the
actually a
second
funny
attack.
thing I was reading. It was an archetype that whoever made it did not actually understand how the rules worked, because they had like this whole thing about, yeah, you can do non-lethal sneak attack damage, and I'm like, that you can already do that. Like the archetype though made it seem like it was a big deal, like it was a unique thing to it, but I was like, it's not. It's just a thing you can do anyway. It's like an Inquisitor archetype or something.
And then
Where
let
you
me
get like a sneak attack and yeah.
untarget it. 20 non-lethal damage. Does that take it out? I hope. Knock it out.
Knock him out.
Is that including sneak attack?
I haven't rolled the sneak attack yet.
20? Subdual?
Yeah. Yep.
He
you want-
is not down
There's
yet.
4 more sneak attack damage. So
Yep,
4
he
more
is not
non-lethal,
down
but
yet.
yeah, not enough. Dang. Yeah, I
Dang,
keep
one of
only hitting
these.
on 1 attack. Yeah, that's my turn.
That's okay. You got a bunch of bonuses to your AC, so I'm pretty sure you'll survive another round.
Yeah, I'm fine.
What did they turn around and attack Leon? What
Eh.
the?
That's what health is for.
Yeah,
Health is my AC.
even though you have less of it than Kayla.
True, but I have automatic
You do have
healing.
healing though. Yeah, the spontaneous healing. So yeah, that's true. You actually are deceptively tanky.
I got an extra 35 hit points swimming around.
Matt's thinking about what the aboleth's gonna do to us. I don't like it.
Alright, the spirit continues to command that Naren fight to the end, and it's gonna cast a spell.
Alright.
I don't bother swinging at it.
It's probably really pissed that we have magic circle.
Well, it might be over behind the wall because you have it
Yeah.
obviously isn't invisible because you have seen visibility. And I was thinking maybe this was a disguise illusion, but apparently it's not that either. So
It's
gotta be
probably an
somewhere though.
illusion wall because they kind of came through the wall. He described
Yeah.
that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where
Yep,
Leon
yep.
intends to go as soon as Naren's knocked out.
Alright, you guys know that the spirit seems to be casting Chill Touch. It's gonna try and touch Freedom.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
I
Touchy,
wonder if Freedom has
touchy,
cold
touch.
resistance.
It doesn't matter against Chill Touch. It's not cold.
Can I roll like a knowledge arcana to like figure out how it's delivering a touch spell through a illusion? Like, is that like a?
Sure.
Oh,
Knowledge
I know
Arcana.
what spell it is. It's a really good spell. It's the same one Rasputin
Yeah.
has, I
Yeah,
think.
Amon,
Right?
you realize that this is a projected image.
Okay, cool.
It's using quasi-real shadow energy to project an illusory version of itself. So any spell whose cast range is touch or greater can originate from the projected image.
Yeah, that's a neat spell. I like that. I don't think I've ever
Especially-
Oh,
used it
projected
before.
image is wild.
I have
Yeah.
like spectral hand, which is like the janky version, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
much better.
Projected image is way good.
It's a much higher level spell though, so yeah.
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 But it's an aboleth, so it might just be like part
I don't
of
think she
him.
used it on us in our Second Darkness campaign. I don't remember it at least.
Oh yeah, it touches you.
Why is that the same aboleth?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like Drew said in chat that the final boss in Second Darkness used it, and I don't remember her using it in our game.
Alright, you save, but you're still
Well,
gonna
I've seen
take
Matt
6
use it
points
twice
of
now,
damage.
so that might have been where it was. Because I've
Maybe
also
I-
used
I've
it
used it
in
a
Reign
couple
of
of times,
Winter.
and
Yeah.
I was using it
Mhm.
on like Henrik maybe?
No, in Second Darkness, did you use it?
Oh, in Second Darkness? Yeah, no,
With-
somebody used it in Somebody used it in Second Darkness.
Nah, who knows?
One
Who
of the
knows?
drow definitely used it.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe
so you
maybe it
do
did happen
take
then.
some damage from the chill touch.
Isn't there like a? Oh, you made the save. Okay, so he doesn't
Made
take
the save, so he doesn't take the
Yeah.
No
strength
strength
damage.
damage.
No
Yep,
damage.
yep.
I'm good.
No disassemble.
But it's got a touch attack now. Amon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hmm. I'm going to. I don't think it's worth it for me to like try to go and attack I guess I could throw. I could throw the merciful trident, but no, like the penalties if it isn't for throwing underwaters, even with the trident, is like pretty bad. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to re-up tribal bond on everyone. Since it expired, I'll use one more use of that to put it on everyone again. And I'm gonna put away the merciful trident because I don't think I'm gonna sheath it basically. So I don't think it's gonna be that I'm gonna be using it for the next few rounds, and I think I want to pull out a different item that still keep a hand free. Like not a wand. I'm thinking of something else. And that'll be it for my turn, I think. Maybe I'll move. Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at. I don't want to like impede if
I
Barry
forgot to
wants
do
to
my
move south.
intimidate check. Oh well.
He's still
I just
intimidated
realized,
for a
sorry.
bit.
He's
Yeah,
already
he's still
shaken.
shaken, but he could have been like it would have been a harder DC, but he could have been frightened.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's fine though.
Oh yeah, because the
He
DC
maybe
goes up by
fear the
5 every time.
shark
True, maybe.
if he goes down at the next hit.
Alright, so that's my turn. I reactivate tribal bond to put my trident away.
Yep, you do. And we'll go to Leon.
All right, I will continue to aim. And telling the others, like, once these two are knocked out, let us swim towards that wall where they came through. And let's see the attack. Whew, just barely made it. All right, 11 to 8.
And keep in mind that +2 8 only applies actually to the first attack Caleb does.
Oh, okay.
It only applies
Well,
to one
hopefully it'll
attack.
just need it on the one.
Yeah. So I just realized we did that wrong last round. Yeah, I don't think it mattered because he rolled super low on his second iterative, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean I knew that the second one was at a -2, but it missed anyway, so I didn't ask.
All right, who's next in initiative?
And I guess it's identified that it was a project image. I know that he has to be somewhere where he can see. Have
He'll
to be able
continue
to
to
see your image.
attack. Yeah, Caleb.
How dare you!
That he'll stop you if it's the last thing he does. All right, miss,
And my
And
little
shark.
dog too.
and miss. Barry.
Wow, their rolls are just getting worse and worse.
The shark has had such terrible rolls. I don't think he's rolled higher than like a 5.
Baby shark do 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 do.
Hmm. Hmm. I think he just stays where he's at. He doesn't really want to use any of his other stuff.
That's always a smart move.
Sometimes that's fine, yeah. Being patient.
Yeah.
Especially as a
He'll just
spellcaster, being patient's really good sometimes.
yeah, he'll just hold his turn.
So
Okay.
delaying.
Freedom.
Okay. Can I speak to? Actually, I don't care if I will say out
You
loud.
telepathically communicate with us now.
Oh, okay.
I put it back up.
Then yeah, I'll let them know that this is just a decoy. It's not real, or it's real but it's not real. Anyways, we gotta find where the aboleth really is. And then I'm gonna use my swim speed to move away from that, but I guess I'm gonna provoke.
I actually don't think you provoke.
Okay, because it's not
Or
actually
you do, but it
him.
doesn't. Nothing happens. The only way. Okay, well, actually, no. You probably do because it's got a charge for the chill touch. So normally you
Right,
would
It's got a
that's-
charge, but I think because of the nature of how this is working, it can discharge the spell through the projected image, but it's still not a thing. It doesn't
I don't
threaten
provoke from images.
freedom.
Okay, that
Oh,
makes
okay,
sense.
cool, interesting.
Um.
I can see it going either way, but yeah. Okay.
So I'll. Actually, no. I dropped my shield to grapple it, so I'm gonna swim down to grab the shield, and then I'll swim here. And that's my whole turn. I'll put my shield bonus back on.
Okay.
Yeah, you just dropped it last turn,
And
so imagine
we'll
just
go to
slowly
Caleb.
sinking to the bottom.
Yeah.
It probably hasn't even got all the way down. Like it's just just below you.
Yeah, it's not a very big shield.
Okay, I'm attacking for non-lethal again, and it's the same thing. I got the aid from Leon. It looks like, right? And I pressed the bouton. If the first one knocks it out, I'm gonna use a second attack on the shark. Is that attack 1 or attack 2?
That's attack 1.
Oh boy. Well, this guy, can you die from non-lethal? He might die from non-lethal.
If you do it in excess of double their HP.
Yeah, if you do enough non-lethal, once the non-lethal equals their total hit points, it becomes lethal. Any spillover damage does.
Alright,
He'll probably be okay.
One of these is what's it called? It's not the second
Not
attack isn't
aided.
going to this guy.
It's also and
does
it's also
the 17
not aided.
even hit? It would go to the shark anyway.
The other attack is actually a 15 because you lose the aid and the flank.
That only did the crit damage. It looks like, right or not?
Yes. Also, you did it directly as lethal damage, so that's why it says.
Let me fix it.
Whoops. Sorry. Does 91 non-lethal damage.
Fixing. I don't think
plus
so.
Sneak attack dice.
He has a decently high amount of HP.
Okay, I rolled minimum sneak attack.
Huh,
Perfect.
good job. You were pulling your punch.
So does
But we'll see.
93
I could be
non-lethal
wrong.
damage kill it?
Because 93 plus 48.
I feel like I killed him.
You might have,
Oh.
but I won't
I
hold
think
it
I
against
did.
you because you were actually not trying to.
He was pretty chunky, but I guess we'll see.
Why were we not? Wait, what? You did non-lethal?
That was
to him.
non-lethal.
I crit on a non-lethal.
He just hit him
Yeah, but-
so hard because it's a scythe.
Because it's a scythe. If you get enough non-lethal damage and you hit to their total hit points of non-lethal, all the excess damage converts to lethal damage.
Yeah, you have to do their health pool twice
Okay.
and then their con.
He is not dead by 3 HP.
Yeah,
His
he's
max- His max HP is 85, so times that by 2 is 170. He's at 167 right now.
It's
Yeah,
a good
'cause
thing
he
I rolled
took-
low on the sneak attack dice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he took a little
By
bit
a
of lethal damage
thread.
earlier too.
But wherever it is that you hit him, like you hit him so
Yeah, 'cause
hard
my
that
first attack
like
was lethal,
he
right?
is
You counted
bleeding.
that?
Yeah, he has
Okay.
26 wound and then 141 subdual.
Okay,
But
okay.
like
His
60 something of that has become lethal damage.
his shark smells
Oh
blood.
my god.
His
Yeah,
shark
he is,
smells
he is
blood.
bleeding,
Hit the
but he's
shark.
not
His
dying.
his shark's gonna kill him. Watch out.
Actually, if
Matt,
it
does the
becomes lethal
15 hit
damage,
the
then
shark?
he is dying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
he actually is dying. And then
We
does
need to
15
save
hit the
him.
shark?
doesn't
I'll
hit the
take care
shark.
of it.
Okay. So there we go. Good turn though. Took out this
So
guy
let
at
me see.
least.
How much is that?
We have. Yeah. Somebody
I'm
might
trying,
want to.
guys.
Sick.
You're trying. It was.
I can't help myself.
Sometimes even when you're trying to be non-lethal, it's still very lethal.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's correct. He has 85 subdual damage and then 82 wound now.
Damn,
Perfect.
that is insane.
That I'll 5-foot step over next to the shark. 5-foot swim.
Alright. Yep, you can do that.
That's my turn. Oh wait, and since it went down, I get an intimidate check against all creatures who could see this happen.
Within
They could see it
30
happen.
feet.
I
Or
don't
is it
think
just
it's
all-
actually within. I was gonna check.
I think
What's the
I
name
think
of
it has a
the feat that
range.
lets you do that?
This is Killing Flourish. Within 30 feet. So yeah, all creatures who can see it. I can use a swift action to demoralize anyone who saw it within 30 feet. So
So the shark, at least.
at least the shark. I don't think there's anything else I can intimidate.
I don't know if the aboleths are within 30 feet, and even if they are, I'm not sure if you can intimidate when you can't see them.
I'll roll the check and
Let Matt figure it out.
let Matt figure it out.
Make it,
I
make
think
him
the
make,
apple
have
is
him make it.
within 30 feet.
Well, you probably at
intimidate
least you at least intimidate the shark, but we're not sure if the aboleth is affected by it or not, like because we don't know where he's at, and if he's even able to be affected if you don't know where he's at.
Yeah, you don't. It's just a shark right now.
Okay. I do. As long as the shark can be feared, which I assume it can, I
Yes,
will
it can.
make it take a will save
Okay,
and it
so
fails.
it's
Aw,
yeah,
shit!
It
It's
runs
frightened,
It's frightened for 1 round.
and then shaken for however long
And
afterwards that it
then
would have been
how much did I
shaken.
beat it by?
20.
Okay,
So
so
it's shaken for
rounds.
5 rounds afterwards, so 6 rounds if you want to apply it right now.
No, it's actually the first round of the shaken is the frightened, and then the remaining is the rest of the
Oh, okay.
shaken.
Okay.
So I basically just put shaken and frightened on there because I don't think they stack. And then when the even if it does, it's not like we're doing anything to it. And then when the frightened runs off, it's shaken for the right duration.
Yeah.
But I
The
don't
only
think those modifiers
spot
should stack, right?
I don't think so, but if it does, we'll have to pay attention to if
It'd
he
be like
rolls
on
a save.
saves. If it says effects -4, then we know it's wrong.
Correct. But I don't think
Okay,
it stacks.
that's my turn.
Okay, it's fine.
I don't know if I have a good way to stabilize this guy. But I saw
can
them
take
come
care
from
of
this
it.
wall down here, so I'm going to swim over here. I guess I actually only swim here because I only have a 20 swim speed because I'm just using slipstream. Because I do want to use my second move action to pull out the extend mana magic rod, and that'll be my turn. So 2 move actions. Swim over, and I pull out the extend mana magic rod out of the handy haversack.
Okay, you
And
do
that's my
that.
turn.
Leon.
Alright, so does it look like Naren is bleeding out?
Yeah, he's dying. He got hit
Do
super hard.
do I think that if I touch him to give him like a round of my healing ability, if that will wake him up, or is there a way that I can do it without waking him up?
No, he has so much subdual damage on him, he's not waking up.
Okay, then I'm gonna give him 5 HP with 1 round of my healing touch.
Okay.
And I say to the others, alright, let us move forward and try to extricate that blob. But I'll wait till everyone's kind of like bunched up in a group again so that we can move as a unit. And I point towards the wall where I saw Naren and the shark swim out of.
Mhm.
And that's my turn.
You gonna move to? Yeah, never mind. I think it's actually fine. Caleb can 5 foot step actually if he needs to. Actually, he doesn't even need to. The shark's gonna run away.
Yeah.
True, and it'll provoke, maybe. Actually, it'll probably withdraw.
We'll probably do a withdraw action.
Yeah, never mind.
Barry's next.
But we skip the shark.
Barry will take his
Oh, well,
turn.
yeah, it's running away.
Swimming
Barry will
away.
pull out a potion.
Which way did? Well, where does it run to? Like, if it runs through the
Does
wall,
it run
then
to the wall? Yeah.
Okay, it runs.
No, it doesn't see anything over here or that it knows about as an ally per se. It runs away from Caleb. Its master was working with something, but now it's afraid of Caleb.
Mhm.
It swims super far.
Yeah, it probably is like a.
Barry
It probably
pulls
swims
out
like
a
120
potion.
feet, something like that.
What's the potion called? That swim potion. I don't know what. I can't remember what.
Touch of the Sea?
Touch of the Sea?
Yeah, Touch of the Sea.
Use my extract, alright.
Yeah, and if you
Yep.
drink that, you can 5 foot step. Because you have a swim speed
He
now.
drinks it. He'll move. And that's his turn.
Yeah, I guess I'll suggest that we all do that. That way we can all move around swiftly.
Everyone has a
Who
swim
doesn't
speed
have a
now,
swim
actually.
speed?
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
turned Freedom and Kayla are both merfolk now, and I have Slipstream up right now, which is a spell that gives me a 20 swim speed, and it lasts for like 10 minutes per level, so pretty long duration, which is really nice.
Cool beans.
If I have a swim speed already, it just increases your swim speed by 20. So if I like turn myself into a merfolk with a wand, I'd have a swim speed of 50 instead of the 30. But yeah.
Nice.
If I was an actual merfolk, I'd have a swim speed of 80, which is crazy. And I think that stacks with haste. Like I could put haste up and be like, I have a swim speed of 110. I am a monk, but underwater.
Yeah. Like if you were a merfolk, like on land.
If I was an actual
you'd
merfolk, yeah.
Yeah. If you're a merfolk, you'd just be kind of waddling on land, but once you get in the water, you're like that duck that
Oh, yeah.
takes off like Sonic.
No, that's what I played in Second Darkness. I played a merfolk arcanist, so I moved around
Yeah.
5 feet for a round. I took fleet for the first half of the campaign and retrained it later, but so I had 10 feet of move speed
That's
instead. But yeah,
Is Barry's turn over? What's up?
a feat that doubles my move speed.
Yeah,
That
my
sounds
turn.
OP.
Freedom.
So this guy's unconscious.
Mm-hmm. And Leon stabilized him.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you can always play a merfolk with the travel domain. Get to 8th level, just teleport everywhere.
Oh, I basically did that anyway, but with Arcanists, I had and I took the teleportation sub school with the because it was well, you were in that campaign, you know this.
Oh, I haven't. Wait, what's Freedom
No, I
doing?
wasn't.
You guys might need to hold the chit chat.
I don't really know, honestly. I guess I'll move
I can see where
forward.
you were in the one after that.
So what was my move speed? You said, let's see, 10, 20, 30. I'm gonna try to interact with this wall.
You're gonna try and interact with the wall. Okay. Then give me a will save.
Okay. I'll put my hand on it and be like, how did they get through here? I don't know. This is a wall.
That
Does she
is
get
a
a
wall.
Does she get a +4 bonus from having seen these guys come through the wall earlier?
Yes, and even with that, you don't meet the DC.
No, Amon, this is a wall. Stop trying.
Don't tell tales out of school.
It is solid.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm like, I say maybe there's a secret door. I don't know. Look around.
Yeah, you can look for a secret door, Caleb.
Caleb, don't go as far as Freedom's going. I'm scared.
Okay.
Stay near Leon or Barry. I think Freedom's gonna be okay, but I'm scared.
Okay, I'll stay within, not too far a distance from Leon.
Yeah.
So I'll swim over here and I'll look for some sign that the wall is fake.
Yeah, you can take a move action to like take a perception check, right?
Yeah, I
What's
don't
the
see
swim
much,
speed on
probably.
this spell? How much swim speed do we get?
30 feet
30
Okay.
feet is what you get from Touch of the Sea.
is the maximum.
I
or
just
that's what
have
Touch
it.
of the Sea gives, and that's the maximum that Alter Self can give as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I
yep.
actually haven't had this spell
His is
on me
Touch of the
yet.
Sea, so
Assuming I don't see anything, that's my turn. Even if I do see something, that's my turn.
Okay.
Did you mean to roll Profession Farmer?
He does that a lot.
Alright, well,
I think that's supposed to be his perception.
the elven woman is not
I rolled
Oh,
the same
even-
roll.
doing anything.
Oh, good.
Actually, she might as well. She can move. The range on this is like really far.
The problem is, there's
Freedom,
no,
give me a will save.
when you
Uh-oh. He
try
doesn't
and
like
roll
what I'm
something,
doing.
there's nothing that like says which one you have hovered on, and the cursor's so big.
Okay.
you get particular bonuses against compulsion and whatnot as well, right?
Huh? But for what?
I think you made the save anyway, but yeah, you get like bonuses versus like compulsions and things like
Yeah.
that, right?
I get to
You
reroll
feel
compulsions.
another entity's influence attempting to persuade you, but you resist. I'm on.
I'm going to swim. Let's see here. Think. Yeah, that's 20 feet. I don't think I'm quite at the wall. Can I? Is there a way I can hold up? Is there a way I can like? Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can quite get all. Well, if I go here, is that close up to the wall to like try to see, like interact with it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If I remember, you have a reach weapon. You could tap the wall.
I have them, but I don't have it out. I have a meta magic rod out right now.
That's fine.
And that's the only thing I have out. But yeah, I tapped the wall
You
with the
see
meta magic rod.
Freedom like touching it anyway, so like up close. Yeah, I'll let you interact.
Maybe one of my fingers is passing through. I'm like, it's solid,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
could-
like yeah.
I mean, I was looking at there's like a spot right here, so maybe I'm touching the diagonal right there is what I was hoping.
Well, it might not even be that Freedom is touching or going through the wall. Like Freedom is probably not even actually touching it. Like his hands are probably just like above it, and
Mhm.
he notices that like, that doesn't look right. Like you would
Yeah.
notice if you were touching it or not.
Okay, so
Okay,
I think it's an
so
illusion, right?
that check is where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
It's a pretty good roll.
With a 22, yes, you disbelieve. You think it's an illusion. You think you could go right through it. You still can't see past it though.
Yeah.
But I don't just see it as like a translucent outline.
Nope, you just know that it's fake.
Huh, okay, that's weird. Well, I'll tell everyone that it's fake. But that is strange. Usually when you disbelieve an illusion, you can see through it because as a translucent outline.
Well, illusory wall, because that's the spell, says although the caster can see through his illusory wall,
Ah,
other creatures cannot, even if they succeed at their will save. But they
gotcha.
do
So it's
learn that
not
it's
like
not real.
yeah. So yeah, I was thinking because I was thinking like minor image. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll tell everyone telepathically that it's not. You're right. Like Leon's right. This is an illusion. Um, but yeah, that's all I can do for the turn. I had to move up here, and I'm assuming like interacting with the wall there was an action as well. So that's it. That's it for my turn.
Okay. Leon?
All right. So I know that the part that Amon is tapping at is an illusion now, having seen him demonstrate Leslie,
Yeah,
right?
this whole south wall is illusory.
So does that mean that I could swim right through it and not be like blocked by it?
You're still
Well,
gonna have to give me a will save.
yeah.
You'll have a bonus, but
still.
you will need a will save.
You
All
get a
right.
+4 bonus to the will save.
You haven't interacted with it, yes. So there's a chance that your mind still tricks itself into thinking it's solid.
Yeah, your brain
All
might be
right.
like, nope, stop, and puts the brakes on you.
Can
And
I
you're
like
like,
just
ah,
close
Yeah.
my
shoot.
eyes and swim blindly forward? That's all right.
No.
I'll just
This is
that
magic.
will
You
It's like
be
cannot
it's
just
like
skip magic.
it's like virtual reality when people are standing like on top of the skyscraper. Their mind
Oh
thinks
yeah.
that it's real, but like it's not.
Yeah.
great. So we're gonna have to wait till each one of us disbelieves it. Okay. I will attempt
Not
You get a
to.
Well, you
+4
get
though. You get
bonuses,
a
yeah.
+4 though. Yeah, you get a
Right.
+4 to the will save because I told you about it.
Let's see. Would Magic Circle against evil give me a +2 resistance bonus? Well, I guess I'll just let you know that I have it, and then you can add it to
Sure.
the total in your mind.
That's a 1.
Hey, wow,
Uh
look at that.
oh. Leon's instinct stops him. Uh oh.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
it is a
next round
wall. I
maybe.
agree.
Yeah, next
I,
next round you can make
yeah,
another check.
yeah. I tell, yeah, everyone to get out
Barry.
here and
He'll move to there. You can't interact with it yet, so I don't think you can make the save.
Yeah. The important part is that you got Caleb in your aura, so that we don't have to worry about him randomly turning evil.
Yeah,
He
and I'm
might
pretty sure.
work
instead
for
it'll
I'm
just
pretty
be a
the
sure.
slow,
forces
gradual
of
process.
evil.
I'm pretty sure if I don't
Free
roll
him.
1 or below 5, I can.
Okay, so I get a bonus.
I will allow you to re-interact with the wall at a
Amon's
bonus.
told me. Amon said.
+4. Yep.
Alright,
And you trust me.
Amon.
I'm a very trustworthy
Alright.
person.
You disbelieve that the wall is real. You don't
Okay,
know what's on the other side of it, though.
I forcibly force myself through the wall.
Okay.
You know
I
how
like
trustworthy I am?
squeeze my eyes
I have a
shut
trait
and my
called
butt
trustworthy.
shut as I pass through, just in case
You
any
do.
pain or anything.
You do, but that's as far as you can go. Because you
Oh.
hit something.
Doesn't that trait
Oh
help
god.
you lie though?
An actual wall. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a wall, but it does feel solid.
It actually, it could, yeah, because it gives you a +1 trait bonus on bluff checks to fool somebody. But it also gives you a +1 trait bonus to a diplomacy check, which is the main reason I took it. But yeah, if I make a bluff check specifically to try to fool someone, yeah, it gives you a +1 bonus to that and makes me better align because I'm so
what?
trustworthy.
Huh? An actual wall?
Like that wall isn't real.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, okay.
You
Bum,
see
bum, 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 bum,
a
bum, bum.
larger version of that
A
elf.
very large, yeah. Elf. She's massive.
Oh, she has to though, because the way that spell works, she had to
The way
disguise
the spell
herself.
works, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that's funny.
But
Alright.
yeah, it's probably a disguise self spell.
You move, Freedom. You still have a standard, I think?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
And you could take swift actions too if you have any. Like
I
Smite
don't.
Evil if you have any left.
Yeah, I do have smites. I'm gonna smite her and see if it works this time.
Okay. Yes, you can smite her. Go ahead and target the original, smaller token.
Oh, sure. Okay. I smite thee. Okay, let me get my things on. Is this considered a for my double damage?
This is
No.
evil, but it is not.
It's an
You're not gonna get double
yeah,
damage.
it's an aberration. It's
Okay.
not an outsider or a dragon or an undead.
Boo to that.
I know. It sucks.
Oh, I hit.
Okay, you hit.
Absorbed.
Yep.
Fake health.
Oh, she
There
probably
are
has.
necromantic energies that are giving this extra vitality, and it merely weakens its its false life.
You guys can hear Freedom on the other side of the wall saying
Yep.
like, "Oh, she's over here." At least that's how she's presenting herself.
Okay, well, I'm gonna blindly walk into the wall. 'Cause that's a good idea.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah, give me
do
a
it.
will save at +4.
Do it. Do it. I believe in you. You can do
Does
this.
she reach through her
Bhutan.
illusionary wall and take an attack of opportunity?
Uh-oh.
You can't. You can't do this. I shouldn't have believed in you.
Yep, you get nothing.
He thinks there's a wall there.
There is a wall there. You can't see it.
God damn.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've only wasted one of your turns. Because on its
Yeah, I
turn,
guess that's it.
it ceases trying to fool you guys.
Oh.
You've hit it, and it, yeah. It's going to try and kill you now.
Oh.
Like, really kill you.
Cool. The boss battle
And-
music kicks
and by-
in.
And by that, I mean it disappears. And no
It
longer
cast
exists.
Dimension Door, and you never saw it
It-
again.
It cast Dimension Door, and yeah, it just never shows up in the AP for the rest of the
Oh,
game.
there it is.
Is that like the Space Jam song?
No. Like, oh, there it is.
Oop, there it is.
No, that's not Space Jam.
Hey,
That
you,
is Space
what you gonna
Jam.
do? Hey, you, what
They
you gonna
might
do?
Yeah,
have
exactly.
it
In
in
the opening
Space Jam, but
credits.
that's not where it comes from.
No,
It
it's
was originally
forever.
created in Space
It's
Jam.
it's forever now a Space Jam song. It doesn't matter what they think.
Alright, it's ready to try and kill you
Jesus
guys.
Christ, do you guys even know the lyrics to
Alright.
that song?
No,
They're not very
not even a little
child
bit.
friendly, no.
You guys are within a cloud of transparent slime, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's right. Both of you have to give me a fortitude save.
Who?
Caleb and
That's your
Freedom.
best save. That means it's perfect time to roll a 2. Yes, called it.
Thanks, Pluto. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
my
you guys are
God.
both. Well, it's gonna make this more exciting. Okay, so this mucusy cloud, this transparent slime, it is getting into your lungs, and you are losing. You've lost the ability to breathe air.
Wait, what? To breathe air? We're underwater anyway.
Yeah, you gain the ability to
we
breathe
have
water,
the water
but
breathing.
you have completely lost the ability to breathe air.
Yeah, so
No,
we
it's
can't.
fine. Don't
So
worry about it.
have fun after this.
Yeah, we'll deal with that. That's like future us problems.
Mm,
It's going to take some tentacle attacks on both Freedom and Caleb. Let's give Freedom some wax first.
hmm.
And yeah, it communicates with you in Elven still, but you kind of hear its actual voice telling you to tremble in fear at my true form.
No. Wait, does the Smite Evil
Alright, there's its 4
Deflection
tentacles.
stack with other deflection bonuses?
Nope. That's
Okay.
one
No,
of the
it
downsides of it.
becomes the only deflection bonus. So both of you give me a fortitude save,
Um,
because it hit you both once at least.
oh my
Alright,
god.
this is the annoying one. Um, your flesh begins transforming into a clear, slimy membrane over the course of 1d4 rounds. You guys are gonna get yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun
Yeah,
outside the water after this.
I know what this is. It's
2
not.
rounds.
It's super annoying.
Yeah, it is, but it won't prevent you from trying to kill it, which you should do. Come on. So when it reveals itself, yeah, you guys can see the entirety of its like little chamber
Yeah,
here.
it probably won't matter too much because we'll just swim back to the Elven Village and hang out there until we get this dealt with. But yeah, it's annoying. We had this happen in Mets game too because there's a bunch of aboleths.
If only we
Um,
had potions of remove disease.
So wait, can I see everything that's going
assume
on
this
here,
is
or is this
disease.
wall still
Yeah.
blocking me?
No,
Okay.
it's attacking now, and it's given up on its
It was
illusions.
it
It doesn't
needed to
need them anymore.
concentrate to maintain it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I don't
Um,
have magic. Is this thing evil? Because the magic circle would increase my
Oh yeah, it's
resistance
hella
by
evil.
1.
would
So
that
I
have made
don't
it
know if my
not
save
hit?
being 1 higher would have made a difference or not.
Oh,
You
for
mean
the
the
resistance bonus.
fortitude?
Yeah.
No, a 19 would have failed.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
I'm going to,
Darn.
with the meta magic rod out, I'm going to cast, and before I cast it, I'm going to affect or change the duration on it. But I'm going to cast haste on our whole party. Do I have myself targeted as well? I do
Yay,
not.
haste.
Haste on the party. And that uses up a meta magic rod to extend the right thing here. And think I don't think I'm gonna put the rod away. I'm just gonna hold on to it and that'll be my turn. So yep, everyone has haste, that's it. That's all I do. A 5-foot step back and cast that. Probably could have cast it earlier, but I was putting up shields and casting alter self on people, so which was also pretty important.
Okay. Leon.
Alright, so can we see like these tentacle things lashing out of the illusory wall to
Yeah,
start
the illusory wall's not there
wall's
anymore.
gone.
Oh, the wall's gone. Oh,
It was
okay.
it had a
Well,
duration of he had to concentrate to keep it up or something, I think. So
okay. Then I'm going to spend my action to heal Caleb, touch his like gross skin to give him 5 hit points back.
it's not very nice calling his skin gross.
Well, I obviously don't say it out loud to his face, but I tell him,
All right, that's fair.
So wait,
you know,
what are you casting?
He's not
I'm using
casting.
my
He's
spontaneous
yeah.
healing touch.
Okay, do you have an effect for that, or do you want me to just reduce my wounds by 5?
Just reduce your wounds by 5.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And let's see. I'm gonna stay out of the mucusy area, and I'll ask Caleb like if he. Well, you know how to use your smite thing, so I won't remind you about it. But that's gonna be my turn. I'll just stay there, keeping him in my magic circle.
Alright, Barry.
Barry's gonna give. He's gonna cast a spell. He's gonna cast a wrathful weapon, and he's gonna go place it on Freedom's weapon. So he casts it, nets them on, then moves up and touches Freedom's weapon and gives it holy.
It's pretty good.
So now your weapon counts as a holy weapon.
Nice.
It gives
It's like
it,
2d6
as
against
if-
evil creatures, right?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was chaotic. I was gonna do lawful on Kalo's, but I know it's evil, so I wasn't gonna like try to figure that out. And Caleb already does enough damage, so
But do I though?
Yeah.
I know, but
You
yeah,
almost
you do.
one-shot a guy with non-lethal damage. I think you do enough.
But
only on crit.
so he does that, and that's his turn.
Yeah, I know, but still. Scary, man. Scary.
It's intimidating.
It also, I think it works as if it's like the whole enchantment too, so you still get the +2 the like hit. Or no, that's Bane. Never mind. It's just
That's
holy.
Bane,
It's just
yeah.
a bonus. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just a
I'll actually
bonus.
be able to make my weapon lawful in some later Hell Knight levels. Or it will act as lawful, so that'll be kind of cool.
Alright,
Is it
that's
Freedom's
his
turn
turn.
now?
Let's
Yeah.
go to Freedom.
All right, full round, and I'm hasted. So let's go.
Lots of fun damage coming that Aboleth's way.
That was the main spell that I was saving.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Haha! I drew blood.
Alright, you do damage to it. You did, you heard it.
plus 4d6 because you hit twice, and you have holy on.
Holy does more to it.
Yeah,
It
Holy
adds
does
2d6 points of damage versus
2d6
evil aligned
points of damage
creatures.
against evil creatures. Yeah.
Okay, 18.
18? Okay.
So technically, right
good.
now against this creature, your attack is 1d8 plus 2d6 per attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Although just rolling it separately probably is fine.
Yeah, I don't want
It's,
to edit.
Bit
Yeah,
more
I was
hurt.
just, I was
Freedom's
just
turn. Caleb.
let you know.
Cool.
Is
Yeah.
this a chaotic outsider?
It
With
definitely
a
is
move
not.
action, it is not chaotic.
Wait, it's not
So-
chaotic at all?
It's not, it's lawful.
Rip. I didn't actually want to use a move action, but I guess I used a move action. I
Rip.
was kind of hoping my party would tell me in my head, I guess, but maybe that's not up.
But I don't know shit about fish.
Tribal Bond is up.
Well, I don't even know if we would be able to identify.
Yeah,
if it's chaotic
We know
other
it's
than
not an
you.
outsider. We just know
Did
it's
you
not an
know-
outsider.
Okay, so no one knew if it was chaotic or not, so
I had no
smiting
idea
it
about
for
that.
me does nothing.
Correct.
I guess I'll just take a single attack then.
Well, we know now because
Go
you
ahead.
told us.
Yeah, you have detected that it's not chaotic.
Yay.
And you hit.
Nice.
That's the main reason
Yeah,
why
I
I
did some
put the
damage.
holy on freedom. I knew it was evil, so
Yeah. We know that much.
Alright, on its turn, it's gonna provoke from Caleb and Freedom because it's gonna start moving.
Oh.
Take it out. I believe in you.
Hmm.
Plus the 2d6.
Oh,
I have a
right.
question. Does Blessing of Fervor stack with haste if they do the full attack?
5
No.
more damage.
No, nothing stacks with haste.
It explicitly
it's
does
like-
not.
As a general rule, anything that's extra attacks does not stack with haste.
Yeah, but it actually
Extra,
in this case
extra.
it does, you You don't need a
But
general
you
rule
use
for this
the other-
case because it actually explicitly says it does not stack with haste if you read the full text on it.
Oh, it does. I didn't read the whole
If
text.
you want an extra attack, you need to
Yeah,
grow
that's
a
fair.
third arm.
But it still does
Let's
the other
see.
parts of it though, right? It's just the extra
Correct.
attack that
Yeah,
doesn't
you
stack
can
on
Yeah.
you can
10,
still like stack the other stuff on there.
15,
Yeah.
Yeah. The very
would
last
say-
word
Oh
it
my
says blessing of fervor does not stack with
35,
haste.
Just swam
Yeah,
around you
that's
guys.
that, or similar effects.
50. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
these
it
Pussina.
this thing
yeah, no, it
intimidatable?
tells you that it's that you have not seen the last of me mortals.
Is
You're
it
right. We'll see you
intimidatable
for
because I
another
never
6
rolled my?
seconds of a round.
It might be.
Although, did I use a swift action to do something? No, that would have been if I smited and I couldn't smite. So if it's all right, I'll roll the intimidate from hitting it on
Go
the
ahead.
attack opportunity at least. That's a 45.
Okay. That does beat it by 10, I think.
Which I
By
don't think
10,
this
I
is going
think,
to
yeah.
change any of its stuff because it's still just going to be scared. If I succeed, here's my will save. It succeeds,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
not afraid of
shaken
you.
for 3 rounds, which is useful.
Lightning bolt
Right.
that shit.
That was one move action though. It's gonna move 60 more feet. As its double move. And it's just swimming
It
right
thinks
out
it
of
can
here.
get away.
Oh,
It can
it's not
probably,
out. It's
well,
it,
wait, it
it's
says
not
fish.
it's not getting out of here. By the way, if I get line of sight on it, actually I still might be able to just dimension door it.
Let's see. That would probably be the best way to do it. Because it's gonna
Yeah.
go 1, 2,
Just lock
3,
tokens.
4, 5, 6. I could do that.
Why doesn't it have the queue function on Roll20 that Roll20 has? Implement the queue function. You cowards.
When I learned about locked tokens, I was so happy. I was like, yes, I can keep players from just...
Oh yeah, so it's starting to swim, yeah, up and
Moving
out
wherever
of
Yeah, it's
the,
nice sometimes.
of
for
the
sure.
You
drowned
know
eye.
why the hotkey is Q is because you want to queue up moves, right?
Well, it used
I'm
to be
on.
spacebar, but that was
Probably.
too hard for people, so they moved it.
Okay, we have haste up, so I could swim
Yeah,
40
we can
feet.
move pretty quick.
I can
Swim to me.
also...
Swim to me. I have dimension door.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can dimension door all of us, but how far is that
Uh,
distance, anyways?
You 400
I mean,
feet
it's
or
well
something,
within Dimension Door. How many people can you Dimension Door,
Yeah,
actually?
Dim Door's like 400 feet plus something
That's what
per
I'm.
level,
That's
I
what I'm
think.
checking right now.
So you're fine. It should be 3, 2, 3. I don't know.
I think you can move 3 people with him, so I think you could teleport, like, the rest of these doofuses. And it's going to end your turn when you do it, so probably
Yeah,
you'll just
yeah.
move
No, that's
between
fine.
the 3 of them and then do it. But,
Did you just call me a doofus?
No, he was clearly referring to me.
I might have called you a doofus.
I am quite the doofus.
Out of habit, I refer to everyone as doofuses, actually. I do that a lot. I'll
It's a
say it
term
at
of
work
affection,
too a
right?
lot of
So,
times. I'll be like, so what I'm gonna
what do you
do
do?
is I'm going to I don't really have a good spell to like use here. But I'm going to swim after him
Do you have that lightning bolt?
part of the way.
How far is that wand's range on the bolt?
I don't think it's long enough. I have to probably do Pythagorean theorem, right? To like figure out how far to shoot. I feel like it's medium range for lightning bolt though.
What? Lightning
I think
bolt?
it's
pretty
set to 60.
long. Yeah, it's like a set number.
Oh, it's just a flat 60. Yeah, so I'm
60
definitely not
or
close enough.
120.
I'm definitely not
That's,
close enough
yeah,
for that.
120 seems about right.
I think I'm just relying on you to be able to dimension door. I thought about going over and I have a spell that's like a much weaker than dimension door, but that I could have maybe used as well, but so I think I'm just double moving, chasing after this guy. 120 foot. Maybe I could shoot him with it then, actually. Hold up a minute. Well, no, I
Yeah,
can't
I
because
think
I
you
had to
can.
move. I had to move anyway,
Okay.
But can't you pull out
and
something while you're moving, or is that only a weapon?
only. So it's in a handy haversack. So yeah, I can't do it while moving. If it's like if you have it sheathed like a weapon, you can. But my wands are all like in a handy haversack, so I'm just gonna double move.
Okay.
I
fine.
did put away the wand. I actually explicitly put away
Leon.
the wand. So yeah.
All right. I am going to. I tell Barry, do what you are going to do. Is I will make sure the jury does not get possessed by that creature, and I'm gonna move my full what is it, 90 feet plus to like double move over there.
Yeah, that works. I forgot about that.
Sure.
You have touch of the sea, so you can double move like 120 feet.
Yeah. So, well, I mean,
Because
yeah,
with that
30
between
plus
that and
30.
haste, yeah, you have 60 moves, 60 swim speed. Unlike me, where
Yeah.
I only have 40 move speed because I'm using slipstream.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Barry.
Barry, he'll move to right there, right in between them, and he'll cast a spell, Dimension Door,
Okay.
and he's gonna Dimension Door it, like block its path, like try to get up above
Right
it.
in front of him,
You
yeah.
wanna
Yeah,
go to
like
well,
right
what do
above,
you mean right in front of him?
right, like right next to it, or
Above him, he's gonna
basically
swim up, right?
above him. Yeah, if the creature is swimming up, he's gonna Dimension Door right above it, so
He's
it
gonna
can't.
mention us
We're
in
like,
that shaft that we came down just above where he's swimming
yeah,
to.
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe he has to do it like, if he has to guesstimate on, he might have to go a little bit higher than where he is or something, but
Yeah.
because he doesn't have perfect information necessarily, but
Roll up percentage.
that's not a
Oh,
percentage.
don't worry about the 4. I had that bonus for when I went the wall, so it's just 10. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
it was a 10. I
Off
forgot
of
to
a
take off the.
percentage? It just looks like
Yeah,
a D10.
I know I rolled it. I rolled a D100, but I had a +4
He put a
mod
+4 in
in
the
the
modifier.
from on accident, or I didn't get rid of the +4 modifier.
Yeah. So if it was a straight D100, it would have just been a 10.
It would have just been a 10.
Okay, I'll see you guys are 10 feet above it.
All right.
Freedom.
Oh, whoa, that was weird. Shifty. Okay, I will swim down and stab at him. I don't know if I'm provoking or not.
Yeah, it'll provoke. It'll
Okay.
attack you.
Haha. Oh, we're missing each other.
All right, Caleb.
So I'm 10 feet away, so I can't full round.
That's charging distance, though.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, he just uses his high rotation.
Sure, why not?
You can gamble on if he has combat reflexes or not.
Yeah, sure, I'll charge. Why not? YOLO.
You only YOLO once, as my grandfather used
So
to
that's
say.
a 2 modifier on a power attack. That hits. He's dying.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you guys bring it down.
Good
Its
dim door.
body is slowly,
Yep.
sinking down against the ships.
I go down and finish
It's
him.
writhing. Yeah, it's writhing in agony as it loses consciousness, not from the physical pain, but from the blow to its ego that disgusting
Disgusting land
land
creatures.
creatures,
Terrible.
would
I
bring
feel that.
down.
I imagine Barry's like huffing, even though he like underwater, because that's like the first time he's ever used like a teleport ability. So he's like, "What the?"
Underwater, no less.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
underwater.
I have phase step prepared, which can let me teleport someone, but it's only a range of like about 50 feet. But the nice thing about it is it's one willing creature, so you can use it on anybody. Like you can teleport someone
Yeah.
else as long as they're a
Well,
willing
And
creature.
Freedom, you kill it.
Amon, what's wrong with me? Am I sick?
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
Because you're my caretaker.
Well,
You're
both
like the
Freedom
dad
and
I have,
Ask your
but
parents.
who doesn't know
Whoa.
both
about
Freedom and
magic.
Caleb's skin looks rather soft and tender.
That's no different than normal.
It's slimy. It's a
Oh,
You're
okay,
a
slimy
that's
soft,
different.
membrane.
tender farm boy? How does that
I
make
mean,
sense? You're supposed to be like
I
rugged
probably
and
know that
tough.
about aboleths, about what they can do. So I probably actually do know what's going on.
Maybe.
It's a 25,
But
maybe.
yeah, you bring it down. What do you guys do?
Uh,
We're going to go back and we're going to see if there's some sort of altar or some sort of focus for this necromantic magic effect that he's got in his back in
Okay.
that
I'll
lair.
also collect
Well, anybody who checks.
Nirin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and
he's just
Likewise.
unconscious over there floating around. The
Yeah.
shark is probably gonna come back too eventually.
anybody have animal empathy? They can like convince the shark not to like attack us if we try to bring him back up to the surface.
No, but I
I'm
have
Let me
hoping with
handle
the
try to
aboleth
animal.
being
bring it
killed,
up.
it's okay, but
I'm
Not
not gonna try to
necessarily. It's not
handle
smart.
it,
It's just an
but
animal.
if it does
It's
try to
going to
start
pro-
attacking,
well,
I will try
if
to
we
handle
if
it.
we
don't worry, I
if
have
we
an
heal
answer. It's called non-lethal scythe.
if we heal this guy and bring him consciousness, I'm sure the effect of him like
Yeah.
being our
He
enemy or
probably can.
aggressive. Yeah.
I'm just worried that the shark will like stop us from coming up to do that. Like, won't let us approach
we
him
could
and heal
always
him.
we could always just have someone stand in the way of it, take whatever
But to
attacks it
beat up the
does while
shark,
we're healing.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, did you guys not hear me? Oh,
I didn't.
We heard
What'd
you
you say?
say that you
okay.
have handle animal, I think, right? But I thought we were talking like if that fails, what's plan B?
Handling it. We don't do anything. And then if the shark tries to do something, then I try handling it. We don't need to think any further than that.
But yeah, I'm gonna go over in this area and see if there's like an altar or focus of some sort. Look around. And I'll cast
So
detect
we're
magic
waking
as I'm
Nirin
looking
up
around too, and keep
as
that
well.
concentration, like concentrate on detect magic as I'm looking around, just in case there's any magic auras.
Yeah, I'll channel just the heal everybody. And the elf dude.
Okay. I'll take these smites off.
Alright, so let me unlock tokens.
Whee!
Yay.
Alright, so now that it is dead, uh the the giant mirage arcana around the room also fades.
Yeah.
So you see what the room actually looks like. The walls of this underwater cave are etched with thousands of strange twisted runes, creating a tangled, multi-layered mess of writing. The runes glow and pulse with soft green light, giving a sickly atmosphere to the chamber. Over 24 decaying elven bodies float here and there in the murky water, adding to the cave's already grim ambiance.
What a cursed place.
So you guys see runes covering the walls.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to like disrupt these ruins? Like, do I just need to
You can
like
give me
kill
knowledge,
these?
Arcana.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah, it's not enough. You don't know what's going on here.
I'll have to come back.
Blech.
But at least the ablet's dealt with. We might be staying here for a little while anyway, while we deal with the slimy skin condition. So I'm gonna have to just come
What
back here
else do you
tomorrow.
guys do?
Yeah. Well, that depends. Are we still being like pressed by like the pressure?
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's water pressure. That's still a thing. In fact, why do you guys all give me a fortitude? Except for the aquatic people.
All right, I take the effect.
Say, I'm a merfolk for at least a little bit longer,
Oh
right?
yeah, I
So,
guess I'm a mermaid.
Yeah.
You're a merfolk for 3 minutes.
I guess I get to skip like at least two saves.
Yeah, you get to
Maybe 3.
skip them. Amon's gonna take 2 points of lethal damage from the water pressure. Unfortunately, yeah, this is once per minute stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh, I guess I'll tell him on like, look around, see if there's anything magical besides the runes, and if not, I say we take our elven friend and come back here when we are not under such a time constraint.
Yeah.
When we're not under so much pressure.
We.
Yeah, I have to take magic. I'm concentrating on that already. So, do
Okay,
I?
so you do find it had stashed some treasure. Actually, quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, we find a full set
it's
of
so
Hell
much
Knight
you
plates.
might
That's
not be
crazy.
able to take all of it with you.
Well, I think we're
Oh, I
coming
got a
back here
plus
anyway.
3 scythe. It's amazing.
You're finding a heap of treasure with a mithril chain shirt, a great sword, a rusted long sword with a golden jeweled hilt depicting prancing swans and mermaids, a waterproof golden hip flask set with an opal stopper, a silver pillbox inset with a miniature depiction of a woman with 2 heads. So I guess it's not a huge treasure mound, but there's some stuff. You guys can probably
We
take
There's
it
a
also
lot
with
of
have
you.
stuff.
the
I don't
we
think
have the
it's not like it's
hippocampi.
armor. You have the hippocampi. I also have a handy haversack that doesn't have that much stuff in it really. It's just got scrolls mostly in it, scrolls and wands. So I don't have
And
like super armor in it.
we haven't technically done what I wanted to buy at back when we were at Cantargo, which is another handy haversack. That was the item that I was gonna want to get, but we haven't really
Oh yeah.
settled that yet. Yeah, but we can always just wait
How
till we
many
get back
magic
for that.
items are there to identify? I'm gonna use a wand of
You
identify.
detect magic from the mithril chain shirt, the great sword, and yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. I'll use one charge of the wand of identify to identify those 2 things.
Actually, no. The hip flask
Then. Okay, 3 of
is
them then.
also yeah, magic.
And then identify. I got it wrong last time. It's only plus 10 actually for the spellcraft check, right? Yeah, so plus 10 on these 3 spellcraft checks to identify them. So identifying all 3 of the things, going in order that you listed them. So I don't remember what order you listed them
Sure.
in. Hipglass is the last one though.
The mithril is a +2 mithril chain shirt, which I think you guys already have one of.
Possibly.
So if somebody else wanted mithril chain, it's there. The sword is pretty cool. Nothing like unique, but I'm sure someone's gonna use it. This is a +1 mighty cleaving greatsword. And the hip flask with the opal stopper contains an elixir of truth.
Elixir of
The
truth.
rest of this
Okay.
is just yeah. The rest of this is just wealth.
So is this like a long sword? You said.
Great
It's a
sword. Oh, the
rusted
rusty
long
one
sword.
with Swanee hilt, something gold swan hilt.
Yeah.
So
A
we'd have
golden
to
jeweled
repair it.
hilt. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
but it doesn't seem
magical, so I
magical.
assume it's just worth something. Like the hilt, maybe it's just worth something.
Yeah, the jeweled hilt is very valuable.
Wait, what
It's
was
worth
the
like
cleaving
400
thing
gold
that we were
pieces.
talking about then?
That was the cleaving great sword plus
Yeah,
one.
great
Oh,
sword.
great sword. Okay.
In
Which
addition,
I don't
there
know. I
is
guess probably
magic
freedom or
on
I
the
should take
aboleth.
that.
+1, you said? It was a +1 greater cleaving or whatever?
Yeah, +1 mighty cleaving.
Mighty cleaving. What does that even do? It gives you
That's
the
what I'm
use
trying
of
to
the
look up.
Basically,
cleave
gives you
feat.
cleave.
Okay. Mighty cleaving weapon allows the wielder to use the cleave feat to make one additional attack if the first attack hits, as long as the next foe is adjacent to the first and also within reach. This additional attack. So
Cool.
does it?
It literally just lets you cleave.
Yeah, but you can't full round.
have to
if you
still-
cleave.
You still have to use the cleave feat though.
Yeah, it works under those rules.
Wait.
So. But if you use your move action to study, it means you could do 2 attacks. So in that
Yeah.
spot's good. And then if you have to like move up next to
Yeah,
them.
I'm not taking cleave. There's no room for it. So.
Correct,
You don't
but
have to
this
take
will
cleave. It
this
gives
you don't
it to
have
you
to
for
take
free.
cleave.
Oh, that.
So it's kind of a utility weapon.
Yeah, that's that. Okay, that's what I thought I said, and then someone said no, you need to use cleave. I thought that
Right,
meant,
well,
like,
we're
you had to have
saying-
the feat.
We're saying you don't just get a free attack if you hit somebody. Like
Right, no,
you
it's
do
a
still have to
cleave.
use a cleave action, but yeah.
You just when using the weapon, you can cleave.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
That is what it does.
Yeah, me or freedom,
Yeah,
I don't care.
Nope.
There's-
not
I think
taking-
freedom
Also,
puts.
2 magical items
I guess I'm
on
taking
the
it then.
aboleth.
Yeah, it
I
replaces
use a
your other
great
great sword.
normally, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
it just replaces your other great sword.
There's an Ioun stone on it, and one of its tentacles is wearing a ring.
No, I'll identify those 2 with another charge of the identify wand. 42 for the iron stone and 34 for the ring.
Okay. It's a pale blue rhomboid Ioun stone, which is a +2 enhancement bonus to strength and a +1 ring of protection.
+2 ring of protection.
+1, not a +2.
Oh, +1. Okay. That's what I already have then. I think everybody has one of those. So that one we might just be selling or giving to our resistance.
Yeah, we'll probably just give it to one of our people. Maybe
But I'm sure
Kane.
somebody can use the Iron Stone.
Caleb.
Well, if he already has a belt of strength, it doesn't stack with that. So I'm not.
I do
not
have a
sure what
belt
he
of
had.
strength already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it
so it doesn't
doesn't
stack with that. And the belt's generally better because the Iron Stone can get destroyed. But
Yeah.
Just sell it.
we could also
Well, does
just sell
freedom
it.
have a belt that gives a bonus to strength?
It doesn't matter. Just sell it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take it if nobody else wants it, just so I can actually do stuff in melee a little bit better.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, there's no need for my character, obviously.
Do you want a strength Iron Stone?
No. No.
Okay.
There's no point. He's all dex. He's a dex build.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm
But yeah,
set
we'll
on
probably
an
sell
even
the ring of
number, so it's
protection.
not actually gonna do anything for me.
+2 to strength.
I thought you guys said it was a +1.
No, it's +2.
The Ioun
Yeah.
stone is a +2 to
I don't
strength.
care for it anyways. Just sell it, and we can.
No, I'll hold on to it. It's not efficient at all to
okay.
sell it, so we're gonna use it.
But yeah,
That
what do you
puts
guys
my-
do with the dude?
We'll take him
Well,
back
I-
with
I-
us.
up.
Barry's been.
Are you
Barry's been
taking it back
killing him.
unconscious? So you're going to
Um,
make him conscious again.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wake him up just so that way
Yeah.
his shark doesn't freak out on us.
Bury
I'm gonna
channels
Okay,
and then you cast two
you
cure lights on him.
If he freaks out on
only
us,
two.
I'll try to calm him
Oh, you got
down.
him up.
Yeah. I got him. I got him to where he's up.
Okay.
I didn't want to heal me anymore past that.
Okay, so you get him up, and let's see, where is he? Okay. Uh, he wakes up and he looks like he is fully aware and in control of his mind and body again. But he covers his face with his clawed hands in in shame. And you guys can hear him weeping into his hands. He
I
is
comfort
visibly
him.
distraught at what he was forced to do. He doesn't try to like push you away, Freedom, but he tells you that he's brought such dishonor and he doesn't deserve your compassion.
I think I've punished you enough for what you've done. You've been punished enough. It's okay. No harm, no foul.
He's still
You did
bawling and
nothing
saying that
wrong.
he'll
The influence of
never.
these creatures are much stronger than most minds can handle.
What was
Freedom,
that
like, except for me,
Ironstone?
I can handle it.
I don't see it in the party sheet, so.
Yeah, you comfort him. It seems like it you are having an effect on him, but it's he says that he's going to carry this humility with him uh, for the rest of his days, having been turned into an enemy's pawn.
How about this,
Okay, well, once we get out
monsieur?
of here, why don't you tell me what exactly you did, and we'll see if we can redeem you for your wrongs.
Okay, yeah, he'll go with you. He wants to leave this place, and as soon as his shark comes back, he'll handle it so that it just follows him. Actually, it doesn't follow him. He like is kind of using the shark as a brace. He's still unwell and sick.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to come back here because I can't figure out these runes right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
but I think this is the key to what's going on here.
All right. So yeah, if you guys want to, I'll just take you. You guys just go back to Asasazi.
Yep.
I presume. What about Freedom and Caleb? They're soft boys at the moment.
Well, thankfully, half of the village is underwater, so there's plenty of places for them to just soak themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the things
Well,
that's
does
But yeah, as
potion
soon
of
as you
remove
get to the
disease help?
surface,
you realize you're
maybe
drying out. Yeah.
Or
it might
neutralize
help you.
poison? I'm asking the smart people.
It's a
Do they know?
disease.
Well, I have this
Yeah.
potion of remove disease.
That
Aren't
might
they
work.
immune to diseases?
Oh, are you immune to disease?
As a
Super common
paladin, you
Yeah.
might
diseases
be.
too.
You're probably immune to them.
That is something that you should know. You probably are.
I think you are. You probably are immune to this, so I think it might just be Caleb actually that actually suffers
I
from this.
am. I just.
Bless you.
Excuse me. I just didn't know that was a disease. So.
Yes, that
am I
effect is
immune
a
to that? Yeah.
disease.
Yeah, I kind
So
of
I'm not
figured out
affected.
that it was
Okay.
Mantis's game disease, fishy disease.
It is.
Yeah, I remember somebody
it is the
having to
same
travel
effect,
in
yep.
a barrel
I've gotten
of
it twice
water
in two
while
different
on a
games.
boat.
Or like
Yep.
I've gotten it twice
Good
across
times,
different
good
games.
times.
This is the third time.
The creature that gave it to us, it was an aboleth in Mantis's game as well.
Oh god. Why?
Okay, so I'll drink this
Why
potion of
is there
remove disease.
aboleths
I don't know what
Okay.
the roll is I need to make.
Because
it-
in
Min
Galarian,
caster level.
We weren't in
all
Galarian
the
at that
bullshit-
time. That was when we were traveling from like America to
True.
Europe.
that's true. Technically speaking, that's true. Mantis's game, so yeah, if anybody, I don't know, I guess only like half of us are in that. But the
Yeah.
previous campaign, if you remember how there was like a big invasion that happened like at the end of the last campaign,
Yeah.
those were aboleth. Those were aboleth. They were coming in and invading the
Oh, was
alternate
that what
Earth
that
there.
was? Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why there's aboleth again. They're doing everything. It's anything that's bullshit in Pathfinder is aboleth did it, and aboleth
It's
did
the
it.
apple. Yeah.
That's
I
actually
did not
something
remove the
they
disease.
damn. The potion was not effective. Well,
Hmm.
we might be able
Wait,
to. We'll see. Maybe the
What was the
I
druid
think we have
potion for?
will.
another potion somewhere, right?
We might be able to just wait it out.
True, you get another fortitude save, I believe.
Okay, well I'll wait. Whatever. We're staying in water for
Alright,
now.
But
well,
we're gonna go back
you
and
guys
talk
make it
to
back to
the.
the village.
Yeah,
On our hippocampi.
yeah. We're gonna go
Yep,
back and
the
talk to
hippocampi, they get in there quickly.
the leader as well and let them know like what we found down there. Maybe she'll be able to give us
Was
some
that a
insight to help us
neutralized
figure out the
poison?
runes.
I have a neutralized poison. We
remove
have
disease.
That was
neutralized
remove
poison.
disease.
So curse. Okay, yeah. No, I have nothing. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we have another remove disease somewhere, but yeah, I'll just wait till the
I
next
have
fort
one.
save if we're staying in water.
Well, it's poison. I have remove neutralized poison.
I have
That's
a
the-
remove disease poison. I can give it to you.
okay.
That's fine. We'll wait for now.
I can
If
also,
there's another, if
we
you tell me
waited,
that I may just get over it on my own, I'll wait.
if we wait a day, I can always prepare remove disease and cast.
So
it.
yeah, you
And
guys
then have an
return to
actual
the
caster
village.
level. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And while you guys probably feel triumphant after having defeated the necromancer Aboleth, you return to a village that is still sickly, where the people are still suffering under this this blight.
Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
go. I want to go talk to what's her name, the elder, and I want to let her know about like I'm gonna kind of describe like some of the runes. Maybe I try to like illustrate what some of them look like and try to like ask her if she knows everything inside about like what we need to do about this because the creator of these, I believe that Menno Figuro was the one that created these, and he's no longer like we killed him, but I think the runes might still be in effect, and I'm not sure if we can just like destroy them or what we have to do.
Let's see. If you're talking to the druid lady,
Yeah, like I want to update her about what we found down there and what we did, and like mention that we rescued Naren as well. I don't remember what her name was. I probably wrote it down. Let me see. Did I write it down? Was I a good player and wrote it down? I was not. I did not write it down.
I'll check the previous session.
I am a
and-
failure. I wrote a bunch of names down, but I don't know if any of what these names even mean. I don't think they were.
Damn, I got Naren's name, but not hers. I know that hers was filled with a bunch of letters, if that helps.
She's
narrow
not
it down.
Alamoxa, right?
no, that's a noble house.
Yeah, we already
But
done all the noble house
her-
names.
This is her.
If I looked in the images, I probably could find it. She's an image. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna write it down this time because I am a good player.
All right, well, she's still pretty looking fragile and stuff. Still sick. Her attendants are they admit you. And she
So yeah, I'm
tells
gonna.
you with as few words as possible, as she is weary and sick, that uh the master's work must be undone.
Right. So I'm gonna ask her if she has any insight on like anything particular we need to do. Like, is it enough to just like physically desecrate the ruins, or like can we just go in and like scratch them out, or do we need to do some sort of ritual or cast any sort of spells on it? And I'm hoping that she can give me like some sort of insight into making it a little bit easier for me when I go back down there. Because I'm gonna tell her that like we're planning to go back there tomorrow, and I want to look at them again, but
Hmm.
maybe not. I mean, if not, then if she's not sure either, if she doesn't know anything about Aboleth runes. If only we knew someone who was an master of Aboleth rune magic,
Yeah.
or an expert on it at least. But unfortunately, Amon does not know
She
anyone.
coughs into her hand and she tells you to find the thread and pull it.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's something that'll make more sense when I'm down there.
But yeah, she's pretty tired, and uh her handmaidens they tend to her.
Okay. Well, I promise that hopefully things will get better soon. I think we are
Yeah.
trending
They're
in the
hoping
right
so
direction.
too, 'cause she's not looking so hot.
All right.
Maybe there's some truth to like the aboleth telling us to bring a druid down there to purify. The aboleth was probably trying to get rid of druids, but like, what can druids do to purify that area?
Perhaps Naren could
Hell
tell
if I
us.
know.
He is looking for a way to redeem himself. Maybe he could provide some insight.
Oh,
Maybe.
good point. Let's have a talk with him.
Yeah, I'll go with everyone to speak with Naren if he's
All right.
available.
Yeah, he's available. He's whatchamacallit. He's not doing much except like trying to figure out how he's gonna live with himself from now on.
You just need the strength in your will and help us.
Oh, he's
Redeem him.
his belief in like his strength of will has been shattered.
Yeah, it just
You could
takes
always
all...
join the Order of the Torrent and redeem yourself through acts of lawfulness.
What are you, a recruiting officer now?
Hey, he'd be a perfect member for
I
that.
mean, he's a fishy boy, and we
What, a
like
farm
water.
boy
And,
who
yeah,
can't
it kind of
read
works.
is like out and about recruiting? Sure.
Hey,
I mean,
that's
if
all
they
the
can turn
army
me
is,
into
Star
this,
man.
Citizen.
imagine what you turn into. But I
The
don't know.
U.S. Army
I'll
at its
suggest it
finest,
because
right there.
I think it's a good option for him that he might consider.
But yeah, you find Naren, and he'll talk to you. What do you talk to him about?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to him
Come back
about
down there with us.
joining Order of the Torrent.
Oh, he shakes his
No.
head. No, he doesn't want to.
Oh, then I give him the cold shoulder.
He does not want to go back down there.
How
He resists
about...
5 of that cold shoulder.
Is there something some sort of spell that can purify that area down there that you know of?
He shakes his head, holding on to it, and he is muttering, "No, nothing down there.
I don't
Nothing
believe.
can stop it. That place is evil. It's
Well, I
it
know that.
radiates foul magic, necromantic energies. That's what it wanted. It wanted all of us. It wanted to turn us into its slaves, to create something monstrous."
Do you know why it asked us to go get a druid and come back? Like, it was. Actually, was it gonna let us leave if we were like, yeah, sure? Like, was it actually gonna let us leave?
He hisses out to you like, "You fools," and then he sighs and like tries to convince you he didn't mean to say that, but he does explain that um it likely wanted her just so that it had a firmer control on the village,
Mm.
and he's thankful that you did not um you weren't manipulated by it, by its lies.
Um, I guess pull the string then. I guess we gotta go down there and find the string. Whatever metaphorically that is.
Yeah.
Now, if you are seeking some sort of redemption, I would highly recommend that you come with us. You could provide some valuable insight, being as you are, who you are, and what you are, if you are understanding what I am saying. And I would like to extend my apologies for our first interactions. I know that you are not quite yourself then, and now that you are amicable now, I'm sure that we will be fast friends.
He's like, I don't know about that.
He looks at you, but he doesn't make any motions towards you.
Mm-hmm. Right, well then, tomorrow we'll see you at first light for our foray back into the Drowned Eye and right this whole sorted situation. And I'll turn around, you know, assured that he will do as I asked and not give him a chance to say otherwise, though he still
Okay.
has his own choice.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Leaving Freedom and Amon to continue to talk to him.
I don't think he's gonna be able to help us.
Yeah, does anybody else want to do anything or interact with him?
Him? Not right now. I think he needs to have some time, but later, I'll probably, like, after we deal. Later, like, different day, I will come back to him.
Okay. What do you guys do? Ava is around, and you know she's pleased to see that you guys have come back unharmed. She's also pleased to see Naren, and she probably has her own time with him, but she recognizes that he is damaged.
Yeah, he needs time to just not be down
She cannot
there.
provide that kind of healing. And she tells you guys that, yeah, that I don't know if anything is going to be able to heal him. Not quickly.
No, not quickly at all. That's fine.
Alright, then I'm guessing, are you guys just resting in the town? Or the village?
Yeah.
I think so.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, they'll allow you to rest here.
Yeah.
nobody else really knows about an aboleth being there. They just know that it's some kind of sickness from the drowned eye. But you guys rest. It's not a great rest just because the whole village is ailing. But you guys
It's probably
eventually
not great for Caleb either because
sleep.
he's in water.
Oh no, you guys have to sleep in the water.
I mean,
But like I
Caleb
said,
has to.
there's part of the village is underwater, so there's like an underwater like inn like or something portion. Like you can sleep among the kelp.
It's not that we're like a merfolk might sleep or
It's
something.
rather
Like
yeah,
that.
it's rather comfy. Wrap yourself in the seaweed so that you don't go anywhere. Maybe you
He's
are an
probably
aquatic elf
gonna.
after all.
Raxi would be like, "This is how civilized people sleep."
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it's the next day, and you guys get up.
All right. I'll
Hit
prepare
the
some
night's rest
spells
button
that'll
for us,
assist us.
You do that.
so I don't have to go in and manually click every single one of my spells that I cast and uncast it. Please.
Yeah, I'll rest you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now we're back on the surface. I can commune with my familiar again. Prepare some new spells.
All right. Yeah. What do you guys do?
Roll a fortitude save.
Oh, to try and save against that stuff. I guess so. Sure.
Is that like 24 hours, or when do I do that?
I think it's a 24-hour deal.
I guess. Do you want me to roll it now or wait till later in the day?
Hey, it might be helpful
Actually,
if we're
hold
going
on.
back down there.
Or is this one where you roll it like an hour later or something?
I don't think this gives you a save afterwards. This is like permanent.
Barry!
You have to use remove disease. Yeah, you gotta use remove disease.
Help me, Barry One Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Alright,
I
let's see.
didn't mean
Good
to have
luck.
him targeted. It's supposed to be
Roll
targeted.
good.
And you can give your. I'm gonna be putting heroism on you.
It's a
and,
caster level check, right?
Oh, that
Yeah, it's a
magic
caster
roll
level
against
check.
evil too.
Yeah, heroism doesn't help with that.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, but roll a d20 plus
His
7.
castle has to beat the DC.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I think I have it's gonna be -2 because I have spell pen in it right now for some reason.
Nah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just literally roll a d20 plus 7. Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
21. Nice.
Well,
Well,
19.
did it.
-2.
Good job.
19.
It's a 19
That's
because
-2.
that's
Spell
including
pen.
spell penetration in there, and that doesn't actually apply.
You
against
get
my
it with a
spell check.
19.
All right, nice.
Thank God. Barry, you're my hero.
Oh boy.
Here, have this great sword as a reward.
My sword's heavier than he is.
I hand you a
Yeah, he
normal
can't-
great sword.
He can't
Not
even
the
use
magic
it.
one we got. No, I'm very thankful. And
Alright, so I'm preparing the
Yeah,
skill
I'm not a
the
fish.
spell true skill this time too.
Mhm. I can actually prepare that for you because how many things of wizard do you have? Do you have 6 or 5?
What do you mean?
Well, it goes off half of caster level because if you're only 5
Yeah,
levels of wizard.
I'm wizard 6.
Oh, okay, then never mind. It won't make a difference then if I do it.
Let's see. I'll prepare a dispel magic as well in case I need that.
I'm preparing 2 of them just in case we need multiples.
Yeah, maybe leave like one slot open just in case we figure out that a specific spell
Well,
needs to be.
I could, but leaving the slot open isn't as useful when I have to commune with my familiar to fill the slot.
I
I'll
meant
leave a slot
very.
open.
Yeah. For me specifically, it's not great because I have to go commune with my familiar when I'm under the ocean, like a mile or whatever. I can't really do
Mm-hmm.
that. Although technically, what I could do, because any spell that I could cast on myself, I can cast on my familiar and ignore like normal restrictions. So I could like cast Alter Self on my familiar and turn my familiar into a merfolk, technically, for 3 minutes. So that'd be pretty funny. I could do that. Like, here you go, you're a merfolk now, but you're still a bird. So you just
Yep.
see a merfolk acting like a bird. Pretty funny.
So, what are you guys doing right now?
We're gonna swim back out, and we're gonna go back under the deep. We're gonna take the deep dive again back into the deep, and try to figure
Yeah.
out if we can disrupt those ruins.
All
I'm
right.
gonna.
Do you guys does freedom employ the use of hippocampi again, or
That's
you
a good
guys just want to
question.
swim down
Yeah, that was
yourself?
super effective, so I'll go for it.
Very super
Okay.
effective. All right, you do that. You guys have water horses again, and you guys start swimming out there. Not long though after you guys swim out, like you guys are just crossing like these rocks and stuff that are out there. Um, one of you guys spots something
Oh.
stuck on the rocks,
Uh,
and it's a piece of clothing, and you recognize it. It is the blue vest that Naren wears.
oh.
Okay. Grab that.
You grab it. Um, yeah, it's a nice blue vest that it's crafted from what appears to be fish hide, but it is very supple to the touch. But yeah, the only thing odd about it is that it is missing its wearer.
Yeah, I don't like this
Yeah.
one bit.
Yeah, perhaps it's a good thing. Maybe it was just leaving it here as thanks to show his gratitude.
I don't think that's what's happening here at all. We
Well,
have
it's
we
really.
have to finish what we're doing here. We have to save this village.
Agreed. Alright, I'll down a couple of potions and we'll hand one to Amon as well. An extract of heroism because we're going to be making some checks, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gonna hit on down.
yeah, you will. Um,
I'm gonna cast Slipstream on myself because it lasts for a really long time anyway.
but you guys go down there, and I want you to give me that knowledge arcana as you guys go down there.
Alright,
Since we don't have any more potions of water breathing, Barry will cast it on us.
Okay, that works.
let's see. Does. I can't see right now, but does Amon still have heroism on him for the track?
No,
Alright, I'll cast it on. Or I think you might have to put it on yourself. I can't see you, so I don't know how to target you.
you could do it from the combat tracker. If you just control click on me on the combat tracker, it should target. And you can see who you have targeted in the combat tracker as well. It'll say under like a thing text saying targets. So you didn't actually have me targeted that time. I think you had me targeted before and you untargeted me. But if you control click me again, if you look then underneath your name, it'll say there you go. So now
Okay,
it
now
says
you're
I'm
targeted.
targeted. Yep. There you go. That did it.
Cool.
And then you can control click me again, it'll target me. So yeah, you don't actually need to see the tokens if you use the combat tracker, which is kind of nice.
Cool. And I'll also affect myself with True Sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till we actually get down there before I cast it because it only lasts minutes per level. But once I get down there, I'm gonna cast True Skill on myself, so that way I get a bonus to the Knowledge Arcana check to try to figure out what decipher these runes.
I'll cast Daylight for us.
Okay. Yep. Freedom lights up the dark depths.
Mm.
But give me that knowledge arcana.
Okay.
Once you
I get
guys
a
are down there on these runes.
I'll assist.
Sure.
I'll try to
Everybody can do
assist
knowledge
at least.
arcana. Yeah, you do. You guys
Nice.
are all doing really well. It's actually a good thing because it says that this actually takes a long time to do, which I don't want to penalize you guys too much because of the pull pressure and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
As
yeah,
long as it
all,
does
all three of
damage,
you
I can
guys
just keep
working
killing.
together, you're all kind of like fanning out and checking things out, and together you feel you understand what's going on here. Uh, these runes focus energies into the drowning eye by siphoning motes of negative energy from the negative energy plane so as to infuse those who die within with unlife. But furthermore, someone has recently been adding to the runes to enhance and focus them. You probably guess who that was.
Yeah.
Now, if you have
'Twas
it,
me.
give me knowledge religion. But yeah, knowledge religion.
Let me see here.
Oh, that was a good roll. Oh.
Barry kind of probably had a little like idea too, because the hill, like when he does positive energy, like the runes reacted to it.
All right. So again, together you guys ascertain or put together a theory. The work done here is thankfully far from complete, but you guys interpret that the creator was attempting to channel all of this negative energy into the creation of a powerful oceanic undead creature. Uh, you guys can interpret this however you want, but out of character, what the Aboleth was trying to create was a sea bonds.
Is that the undead pirate ship?
It's a CR-15 gargantuan undead.
Yeah, we could have taken
Damn.
it. No problem.
Oh, what now?
Yes. Sea bonds. Sea bonds are formed from the combined despair and horror of death at sea, such as when a ship sinks and its entire crew drowns. No single restless soul empowers a sea bonds. It combines the anger and doom of all who die in such close proximity.
A sea
Reawakened as
bonds?
mammoth shipwreckers. Yep, these angry spirits have no memory of their past lives and seek to inflict the doom they suffered on others who ply the sea.
Like sea bond? Or
Nope, Bonze.
oh,
It's a sea bonds.
I think I know what that is, having seen a picture of it, and I was like, oh my god, how can I put one of these into a campaign?
The
yeah, I've
name's
never heard of these.
Bonds. Sea Bonds. Da-da-da-da.
And then horribly eaten.
So yeah, what you guys theorize is that this whole ritual is still going, and that the sickness is just the enhanced powers of the drowning eye attempting to convert everything around it, particularly the elves, into fuel for this ritual.
So
That's
it
why
doesn't
they're
need
getting
an
sick.
aboleth to do this?
Well, the
The
aboleth set it
aboleth
in
just put it in
motion,
motion.
so
Okay.
we need to work. We still need to turn this off or reverse it somehow.
Yeah, if you guys don't stop it in time, it will kill the elves, siphon their energy, and attempt to create this sea bonds.
But there's no aboleth here to stop us from stopping this, so we
Yeah.
can
So
get
go
we
ahead
can
and
get
give
to
me
work on that.
perception checks.
All right. I'm good at that.
As you guys look for a way to try and stop this.
Wow.
Whoa, 40.
Yeah, 40.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, with your knowledge of having figured out how the ritual works, you're all narrowing down where the center of this must be, and eventually, I'll say Leon, yeah, you find it with everyone else's help. There is a central rune. Uh, this pulsing light is coming from it, and you think that this is the anchoring rune, that this has to remain if the necromantic aura is to continue.
Well, fortunately, that's the opposite of what we want. So let's get rid of that rune.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Kaboom.
Yeah, how do we get rid of this rune? Do we just literally scratch it out, or do I have to do like something else? Do I have to cast a spell to get rid of it? Dispel magic, maybe, or erase?
As the resident arcane caster, you know that a dispel magic can probably get rid of it, but this is at a very high caster level. Or in erase can try to remove the rune. You could also try to get someone who can disable magical traps to get rid of it. Or you could use physical damage to destroy the rune.
Okay, well, I'll just. I have one dispel magic prepared. I'll just throw the Hail Mary on that and try it.
Sure.
Just to see. Probably won't, but I might roll a 20 or something. That's a 19. That's pretty good.
Hey.
The 19 does not succeed.
Well, it's a 25 total, but
The 25 does not succeed.
oh, okay.
Oh man, if only if you were a full
You were
wizard.
very close.
I don't think a 26 would have succeeded either.
Instead, Amon, you take 8 points of backlash from the rune. Negative energy damage.
Gross. Okay.
I can cast it, try to get 27 since I was caster level 7.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I doubt that even a 27 would be enough. And you'll just take
Yeah.
damage. So I don't have erase. I don't even think I have that in my spell book, honestly.
Yeah, unfortunately, my archetype doesn't allow me to disable magical traps, but yeah, maybe we could try damaging it.
I think that's our only option. That is real. Our only realistic option is probably that.
Could Freedom Smite evil on it? Cut through the rocks
It
to
is
the
not
armor?
evil. Not evil, it's not a creature. Has to be a creature for Smite Evil.
Gotcha.
Do we not have like sanctify or purify or something? An area or desecrate?
Consecrate.
Consecrate?
We definitely do
Consecrate?
not.
We have a
That might help.
cleric. Actually, I think paladins might be able
Consecrate's
to
a
consecrate
5th level
at some
spell?
point too.
Second level
Is that
spell
right?
for cleric. You might be thinking of a
Second
different high level cleric spell that like kind of purifies an area.
I think
I
he's
think that's like
thinking of
sanctify
Hallow.
or something.
I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Hallow.
Hallow at you, boy.
But I don't know if
Hallowed
Barry
are the
prepared
Ori.
such a spell.
Not hollow, but I left 2 of my level 4 spell slots open and 2 of my level 3 slots open. So
Yeah, unfortunately,
Good
the
try.
erase spell is not on the cleric spell list. It's
Well,
actually not
not
on very many.
to annoy you guys, but it has been some minutes here, so I need everybody to give me a fortitude save, and I'm just gonna see how much
Alright.
damage you guys are taking.
Okay.
Yay, 20.
I guess if you had the rune domain, then you could cast erase.
Yeah. Man, if I was Father Reinhardt, I'd be able to take care of it.
Oh yeah, you have the rune domain on that character, on Reinhardt.
Knowledge domain, but I'm sure that he'd have access to something being such a high level character.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's all the pressure, because you guys have been down here for like 20 minutes trying to figure all
Yeah,
this out.
I'm sure
But
just like a channel
that we
every
have to
so
roll like
often.
20
Caleb,
will
you
saves
take
or something?
half. Barry, you're gonna take the full. Freedom, you're gonna take half. Leon, you're gonna take the full, and Amon, you're gonna take half.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm just doing this all as one lump
Fair enough.
damage to represent your continued exposure. It's hurting.
Everyone roll 20 fortitude saves.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to roll that many
Uh,
times.
bet you'll heal everybody for that.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone would nat
What
1
else do
and
you guys
nat
do?
20 though.
I
Well,
think we're
Or
I have
just.
a
statistically should.
question.
I think
I
we're just
might be
gonna
able to do
physically try to
something.
deface it. Nope, maybe not.
Okay. No?
So I do have something called underwater demolition. It says the alchemist gains the ability to throw bombs underwater. Normally thrown weapons cannot be used underwater, including throwing from the air
Yeah,
into the
you can try and
water.
blow it up.
Okay, so then I will just start lobbing bombs at it and tell Barry to like
Okay.
heal me up if I starts going unconscious. Yeah, and I'll just
Yep.
start tossing.
Alright, well, how much hardness does it bypass?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, it's fire damage, so I mean, things that are like inanimate objects take half damage from stuff anyways before start applying a hardness. I think if hardness even applies.
Well, this is like that special bomb ability, isn't it?
No, this is underwater that's sabotage or something. This is something that just lets me throw
Underwater
my bombs
demolition.
underwater.
Okay. Gains ability to throw bombs underwater. Okay, yeah. They clean go. Alright,
I didn't
sure.
even know you had that ability. That's why weren't we using this earlier?
I
Because
have an
I can only
idea.
do stuff point blank, and I'm more useful just giving
Yeah.
The range
Caleb and
increment is
Freedom
reduced
the
to 5
flat
feet.
bonuses.
Is this
Okay.
Yeah, that's
rune
fair.
on
Roll a damage.
is this
Alright.
rune on stone or is it on the coral?
I'll say it's on stone.
Can I
Oops, am I
stone shape the
targeting
rune
someone?
apart?
You can
Might
try.
be myself.
You did it to yourself. That's funny. Heal me if I hurt myself. Psh, oh god, the pain. That's not how I thought I was gonna get hurt.
Alright, let's see how much damage
Yes.
you did. 15?
Yeah, I have 15 bombs, so I'll just keep on rolling until the
Alright, well,
damage.
hold on here, because I'm
Okay.
gonna have to do this to you every time until it's
Okay.
destroyed. So the first
Sounds good.
bomb does some damage to it, and all of it gets through because it has hardness, and that reduces energy damage.
Okay.
So it takes, yeah, this much. and you take 12 points of negative energy as backlash from it,
Okay.
from the first one. From the second
And the
one,
second?
you take 7 points. And you deal,
Okay.
let's see, that was 21? That's not terrible. Okay, you're gonna throw a third?
Absolutely.
Alright, go for it. You take 16 points of backlash from that one.
Okay. I'll use my
And that's,
ability to heal
let's see.
myself.
Okay.
And I will ask for a heal from Barry before I do any
It's
more.
looking
Maybe just...
fairly
Yeah,
damaged, but it's not gone
very
yet.
well.
Alright.
You sec the target.
Here comes a 4.
A fourth bomb for 23. Okay, you take 12 more points of backlash.
Alright.
It's still there.
Alright, and I'll use
Does
my
this
healing
look
thing in addition to
effective?
Barry's heal.
Yeah, it is destroying it. But this thing has a surprising amount of HP.
Okay. If not, I was gonna grab Leon and be like,
This
no
probably
more!
actually looks really cool. If you could like see this as it happens, like he's throwing bombs and stuff at it that are exploding against the rock, and it's rock. These aren't like saber charge bombs. These are like they're exploding from some kind of fire that can exist for a small amount of time underwater, and the concussiveness of the bomb is chipping away at the rock, but like the rune itself, it's lashing out at him every time he detonates something on it.
Yeah,
So there's
and I'm
like
just
this huge exchange of like energy between the two.
Yeah, and I'm like healing up like the wounds in addition to Barry's, so I'm like, this is a test of endurance. Like, God,
Yeah,
like
it's pretty violent, like what's going on right now.
this is very cathartic for Leon
The
because he hasn't
air,
been able to.
the water around them is getting pretty hot. It's churning in
Yes.
here. Okay, but that last one, let's see, 25 minus 8 is 17?
Yeah.
Okay, that destroys the rune. Everybody give me a fortitude save.
All right. Now, is this an evil effect? Because I do have magic circle against evil going.
Yeah, I'll say it's evil. It didn't specify, but
All right.
this is all about animating undead, so I'll say it has the
Gotcha.
evil descriptor on it.
All right. So +2 resistance bonus.
Oh, these are all good saves so far. Alright, cool.
Haha. Nat 20.
As the rune detonates, well, you destroy the rune, the rest of the chamber begins to like flicker, and the negative energies all start getting dispersed. And as they do, you feel them like rushing against your bodies. But thankfully, nobody takes the 1d4 negative levels from them.
Oh God.
Well, that's good. You know how I feel about getting negative levels. My favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. Well, you guys all rolled good, thankfully. You guys all hit the 20 DC. But yep, it is a spectacle for sure. Seeing all of this necromantic power surging around, and then kind of like almost like uh, it as an entity like flies out of the drowning eye. And then all is calm.
Yeah, so I think things will actually get better now. I don't know how quickly they'll notice the effects back in the village, but they should start.
Should we still consecrate
There shouldn't be
this,
anything.
though?
That's not something I know.
If Barry's willing to come back down here with me after preparing that,
I
I
could
wouldn't
prepare it.
mind.
I have an open spell slot.
I would feel better that we like just yeah. There was a
He
lot
will
of
cast it.
dead elves
He'll
here and stuff.
Well, I don't want to stay down here for, the 20 minutes it takes you to prepare a consecrate and then cast it.
Yeah,
yeah,
me
yeah.
neither. That's why I was saying we could just come back down like tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Even maybe the same day, but maybe prepare it up on the surface.
Well, I don't have the
Yeah, prepare it.
fish mounts.
Oh, you
He'll
don't
to
do
have
it.
do
the
that.
fish.
He'll do it. He's fine.
You don't
He's
have the
got it.
fish people to come down here.
No.
So maybe we'll come back here one more time then. Okay. I mean, that's fine.
All
We
right.
told we originally told Sargetta that we were possibly staying here for like 3 days basically, right? So this is only the second day we've been here.
Yep. So you guys swim back up.
I think so, yeah.
All right,
I
you guys
pop
swim
a
back up.
victory cigarette in my mouth.
You pop a victory cigarette. Yep. What do you guys do once you guys are up here?
I look around to see if I see any I
Any
mean, kind of
elves?
when I was around there, like I was also like trying to keep an eye out for Naren because we saw his vest, but I'm just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
keeping an eye out for any
You look around
sight.
and you actually see the village. Um, Everybody is outside, and they're all looking like at where you guys were coming from. And like as you guys get closer, like everyone starts cheering.
Thank
Gotcha.
you.
They
Thank
look
you.
healthy and hale suddenly.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And as you guys like come in, they embrace you. They're all quick to. Maybe Ava's there and she kind of like
Ah, yes, yes.
halts
Come,
them a
my
little bit, like,
children.
hey, like give them some room. And everyone starts describing to you guys how um they suddenly started feeling better and like this something came out of the drowned eye.
An entity.
Like this manifestation of like darkness and they could tell of sickness. It shot out of the eye and then it drifted away and it
Do you know what
dispersed
direction?
and they
Oh,
felt
just
their
dispersed. Oh.
yeah, just it dispersed into the air, but not like into the air, more like it burst. It ceased to be,
Yeah, that'd
and
be our luck. Is
everyone
it drifted
recovered.
towards Cargo?
They're convinced that you guys have saved them.
I think we've saved most of you too.
But yeah, you guys see no sign of Niren.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
I have suspicions about what happened in Aaron. But I
Yeah,
don't know if
like
we'll ever know for certain.
I'll ask him on if he's if
We have
anybody has
his
said
item.
anything.
Can we just locate him
Locate person.
or
Possible.
spy on him or something?
Maybe. Yeah, you might be able to.
I mean, I don't know that I can do anything like that.
Again, if I was a different character, I'd be able to, but nope. My resources are currently
Yeah, I
limited.
mean, we're to the level where I can't really do stuff like that.
Can we just get scrolls? Maybe.
Perhaps, but like others were supposing he might have left in shame. I don't think that he might have done anything as extreme as ending his life, if you are concerned about that. But if he is choosing to go on a pilgrimage to find himself, I think that maybe we should respect his space.
It's a very optimistic view on what happened here, I suppose.
Well, what
Maybe
can I
you're right.
say? I may be nihilist, but I am an what you call it, opportunist as well. Optimist, yes.
I am an opportunist. I mean, I am an optimist. I would never take advantage of the situation.
Unless it benefited me somehow.
Yeah, so I give you guys your experience. It was a pretty big chunk for all the things that you guys did. I'll narrate a little bit so we can wrap up the session. Yeah, you guys come back. You're hailed as heroes. I'm sure you guys go and see Athana, and
Hmm.
she she's not sick, but she is still frail and uh, you know, fighting the Reaper, so to say. It just looked like she was holding on through the sickness, but she looks old and she needs to stay in bed. But she does
Mm-hmm.
thank you, and she says that knowing that her people are safe from this evil, she can rest peacefully. And I'm assuming you guys stay the night, right?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. In the middle of the night, Ava comes and informs you that Athana has passed,
Oh
but that she
no.
Oh,
did so peacefully.
Oh, she was holding
that's
on for that.
unfortunate, but I hope that the village will be able to find new leadership and whatnot that can follow her example.
Yep, they will be holding a service for her tomorrow. But she did what she said she was gonna do. She lived to see her people saved.
That's true.
I'm assuming you guys attend, um, and then you
Yes.
guys go to consecrate the drowned eye, which you do.
Yes.
It should make it harder for other necromancers to try and harness the energies that once dwelt here.
Good.
And yeah, and then that's what we'll conclude for here. That's a part 2 of this book that is done.
Dang.
And with it, you guys have secured an alliance with the Asasazi.
Yep.
Yep, they readily agree to support uh, your guys' goals within Kintargo.
Nice.
They of course have other contacts of other aquatic elf settlements deeper within the Arcadian Ocean as well.
Wonderful.
Alright, that's the session.
Cool.
Cool. Just
Maybe
finishing
they
writing those
maybe
notes
they have
down.
contacts at merfolk villages too. If we ever get to level 15 and I
Maybe.
end up needing a backup character, although that's pretty unlikely.
Haraxi.
When you get to that level, generally, if
Yeah, it has to
Amon
be some
dies,
pretty
I'll
messed up stuff to
yeah
prevent the
to
character from coming
not
back.
to not have me just continue playing Amon
Especially have
until
a
he gets
cleric.
killed. Mm-hmm. Not
Yeah,
that
sometimes you
it could.
find gross stuff.
Sometimes it does happen. Like sometimes you have something that like has a soul gem, or sometimes you have to retreat and you end up not being able to you end up having to
Sometimes
leave
both you and
Mirai.
your pet get exploded on by 2 frostworms, and the body
Yep.
is just not recoverable.
Yeah.
And you just don't have the resources for it. Yep. That was sad. But at least we got like a new player that was very powerful and able to just join the Wombo team of making things sad.
If at first you die to the exploding frostworm, die again from the second frostworm that got exploded on by the first frostworm.
Oh god. I felt so bad for that. Like I was like, oh, this is
That's
gonna happen.
it's so
isn't
funny,
it?
like
Oh
looking back
no.
on it, it's like, man, cause I never would have noticed how like perfect this is if it wasn't for that situation. Like someone intentionally created the frostworm to deal like physical damage in the event that there's another frostworm that isn't quite dead yet, just to detonate it.
Yeah, you can like just see like the game designer that behind it, who was like that's like the sick mind of whoever designed it. Like,
The
yeah,
thing
It's
is
very Gygaxian.
the worm
yeah,
that like died from the other worm's detonation was going to flee when it was its turn because they got it down to like almost nothing.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go, but yeah, those
It was
worms
just
suck.
dumb luck. Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Yep, bye everybody, have a good night, hope you had fun. See you next week.
Yep. Good night.
All right, see ya.
Yep.